Man, I'm feeling like 1,000 years old.
Happy 3-day player.
I've been in this position thousands of times. We finna have some fun tonight. We finna go to a good restaurant tonight. I ain't gonna say it, but you all
Tomorrow
invited.
is the Hollywood Impact Award. Are y'all going?
What's that?
Is the damn y'all know about it? So it's like the Grammys, but for like media personalities. It's Jason Lee. He throws it in every year. Like last year, it went viral because Jonathan Major was crying after accepting his Impact Award.
Okay.
Are y'all gonna go?
I didn't know about it, but it sounds cool.
Who you think should get an award?
Me.
What?
I mean, what type
I
of
don't
awards
expect for anybody here to get an award at their no. Not one.
Hey, but also, so your birthday's on Juneteenth?
Yeah, I freed the people.
That's right. Thank you
Yeah,
for
that part. Yeah, you know.
Happy
Juneteenth.
Happy
Thank you,
Juneteenth.
brother. Thank you, brother.
Brandon, how do you feel about Juneteenth?
Wait, pause. Before you even say that, wait, what do you mean by how do you feel about Juneteenth? Like what's like the controversy around Juneteenth?
Well, I just want to know Brandon's opinion because.
But what would you assume that he has?
I've learned that
adverse opinion
I've learned
on the space being free.
I've learned that assume is when you make an ass out of you and me.
Yeah.
So you feel me? Like I ain't gonna make any
No,
assumptions.
is this a
feel like
federal
I'm simply
holiday?
asking the man his opinion.
Is Juneteenth a federal holiday?
I think it was just made a federal holiday during the
George Floyd shit.
Yeah, during the Biden.
So that explains why the banks is closed and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, the good thing about Lush is learning from being around me that there's a lot of nuance when it comes to African American or black people. Like, it's not just this, like, I'm going to assume that all black people are cool with this because, you know, it's this. So black people, you know, that's how a lot of people view black people.
Facts.
We love reparations. We hate slavery. Stuff like that. But I don't like Juneteenth. I hate it. I hate that it was. I love it in the sense that, like, my grandparents are from Texas, and that's where Juneteenth, that's a state where Juneteenth has always been recognized since its inception, right? And a lot of people don't know what Juneteenth is about. Juneteenth is just, there were a lot of slaves who did not know they were free after the Emancipation Proclamation, and they literally stayed enslaved for like a year or more after slavery was abolished.
So how's that a bad thing then? Like, why is it not something to celebrate?
I think people should celebrate it.
Every controversial opinion in the world. How do you hate Juneteenth?
Yeah, no, I'm very curious how it's not a good thing.
The reason why I hate Juneteenth, as far as it being a federal holiday, is I feel like Joe Biden threw Juneteenth at black people like scraps because he wasn't man enough to honor the promises he made about the defund the police and all those things. He literally ran on a bunch of promises he didn't deliver, and to basically make up for that, he said, well, we're just going to make Juneteenth a national holiday. And there are people celebrating that. Like, you got no tangibles, but you're celebrating a historic, like, it's stupid.
I think it's more important to just celebrate Tay Thir's birthday.
Way
you know
more,
what I'm saying? Like, the other stuff just seems too much complications.
He's way more like,
you know, hey, listen, Juneteenth belongs to me. Happy birthday to Tay Third. Let's get it.
I'm not going to lie. So here's how I learned about Juneteenth. I learned about Juneteenth when I moved to the Bay. When I was 19 and I moved to Oakland. And I didn't even know.
And it wasn't a holiday at the time.
It wasn't a federal. It wasn't a federal holiday.
It wasn't but it was, you know, Oakland being a predominantly black city. It was like very socially conscious and all that. Yeah. They had a cracking, isn't Berkeley actually, which is right next to Oakland. There's a cracking Juneteenth every year. Really? So back then, like, I was like, oh, I didn't really know what it meant, what it was about, but there was like all the, you feel me, bad ones was coming out and they Sunday best.
Texas, like, Louisiana, it went up. Like, it goes up.
Yeah. Wait, so you don't feel like a sense of solidarity with your people like during Juneteenth?
What I feel is
Jenny Mallon's coming in hot.
Juneteenth being I'm mad at my people for allowing this BS to happen to them. The Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday is like this. Say it's your birthday, Tay. You got these shoes on. I take the shoes, clean them up, put them in a back box, and give them to you for your birthday. We was already celebrating that. Yeah, we already recognized that.
That makes no sense.
I'm not going to give you no cake, no nothing tangible. I'm basically going to take something you already got and just package it again and give it to you.
So are you on like the same type of time that Morgan Freeman's on, where he was talking about like, we shouldn't celebrate Black History Month because that's just American history?
Very much that same energy.
Okay.
Like,
What
I felt that.
Can I say that I put the Jew in Juneteenth?
Hey, we finna
That's my
get
favorite Jew.
you
Let's
couldn't
go.
say that. Do I
we
have to
finna
lie?
get
Set
ghosted.
apart.
But those two things though could be like mutually exclusive, right? Like you could still appreciate it being recognized as a federal holiday, opposed to something that was just being done locally,
Right.
and then still say, "Well, the Juneteenth was not enough. This is good, but you still owe us a lot more." So I don't feel like you have to say, "Fuck the holiday," because all the other shit didn't come as well. You can still say, "Bro, I mean, we appreciate the holiday, but." You know, you still owe us a lot more.
But
nigga.
the problem is the black people who were in position to make it publicly clear that this is not enough, they stopped talking about all the things that we were demanding. They allowed themselves to be like silenced with the Juneteenth thing. And remember last year, a year ago, when Biden was at that damn Juneteenth celebration, he couldn't dance or anything. He was just like stuck.
Bro,
He was
was
stuck.
stiff.
Dance, he couldn't
I think he was in the church. I think he was in the church
He
or
was,
something.
they was outside. It was like a gospel,
I
whatever.
remember that, and bro was just looking.
He was just like,
You've been having the Holy Ghost ever since.
right. So that's when we knew it was gone. But that's what I'm saying. It's like for too long, African American people have been like, what we want has been disregarded, and basically the government just give us what they think we should have.
Yeah.
You don't need no reparations. You don't need no
Blah? Okay.
you don't need any like economic stimulus or infrastructure. You just need these are symbolic gestures versus tangible things being given to the black community.
So,
I thought
that,
that.
so okay,
Let's
so,
go-
but
let's
what
do-
about just in it before intros, just real quick?
Yeah,
just
yeah, because Juneteenth stuff's running.
in
too.
its core essence, aside from the political ramifications of it being the way it was actually introduced, do you think in its essence, Juneteenth is a good thing to celebrate?
I think it's a good thing to celebrate, I guess. I'm already past all that like emancipation stuff. I think Juneteenth should have been left where it was, and the amount of recognition we gave it was fine. But now to make it a national holiday and in some way suggest that that's pretty much all black people need going forward. Like, nah. Give us what you're giving
I feel
everybody
that.
else.
It kind of reminds
Give
me
us
of
what
that.
you're giving it. Look, give us what you're giving these illegal immigrants.
Yeah, it kind
They
of
ain't getting no holiday,
reminds
they
me of like
getting money.
you asking for something for your birthday,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they giving it to you exactly what you wanted. It's like, is it really a surprise? It's like I already asked for this. It's kind of I know I was gonna get it.
Wait, no, but Juneteenth is federally recognized because before Juneteenth, it was Independence Day, which was July 4th, right? And black folks like, hold on, why are we celebrating this Independence Day when we
And we
weren't
don't have-
free?
exactly.
And then Columbus Day was a holiday for a
So
long
now,
time.
okay, here's a federal holiday to like recognize the emancipation of black people.
I think we just excited because we get that double pay that day. You know, if you go to work
Yeah,
that
you
day,
get federal holiday,
you
you
get
get-
double pay. You get paid in half.
Everyone gets double pay though.
Yeah, pretty much. If your job looks at it as a federal holiday, which is
Yeah.
probably not
If
like
you're not
a
working
personal
under the
job,
Yeah.
table,
you're getting double pay.
Like
Hey,
when I
guess
get double
what?
pay.
Yes.
Guess what?
Oh, right here, no jumper.
No, just in
this is
general,
not
just
a
in
federal
general.
holiday.
Hell
No
yeah, it
jumper.
is. Why it's not? This is a
It's
federal.
not.
I
But if
mean,
it-
real, like I
Hell
haven't
yeah,
like.
it is.
If you do
Yeah.
work somewhere,
Yeah.
you get double pay federal day.
Oh, shout out to
today.
Juneteenth, man.
Even if
Let's
you-
go.
See, that's what I'm saying. We hyped about
Shout
that.
out
Even
to
if you
Juneteenth,
white,
man.
you get
Okay.
double pay.
Yeah, you get double
I feel
pay.
like whites should get half pay.
Right.
No, you gotta
pay.
give your black homies some
See
money.
what
Never heard of
it's
that before,
like.
You
right?
get
Like,
no pay at all. You got to see what it was like for the ancestors.
no pay. We
You
gonna
gotta
give you
pay to
one
work.
day. Make you cut
That's
the
wild.
damn grass.
Because I like used to work on Thanksgiving as an overnight stalker, and I don't think we ever got like double pay. Like
Y'all never got double pay on
You
Thanksgiving?
need to go.
You got paid to follow. You got paid to
No.
follow women.
pause.
Damn.
No
Double
man,
cut. That was nice.
I used to work at Cashwise where I would like stock the shelves, and I was the cashier as well. So I was doing double. It was from 11 to 7. Man,
Worst shift ever.
Yeah,
you
man.
supposed to be getting
Swing
double
shit.
time that pay right there.
bro. As a 19-year-old,
They did.
What you was getting like
they did you dirty.
$15.75?
huh?
$15.75.
Nigga, hell nah. I was getting paid like
$8.
$9.
Yeah, $9.25.
Oh shit!
Oh,
yeah,
hell
you-
no. That's
And that was lit at that
Hey,
time,
they
bro.
really- they
in
really
school,
did
it was
like you.
fire.
nigga, in school, while making that man,
was a
bro,
baller.
Oh, me, you was fire.
man, I'm up, nigga.
You had money. Most kids.
Hey, they
don't
didn't like
have
you,
money.
Flacco.
Huh?
They gave you the swing shift, bro. 11 to 7.
That's like the worst shift because you got to go home and go right eat and go right to sleep.
can't-
But I
do
had
nothing.
no, but I like needed that shift because I had classes.
Right.
So like,
would you trust Flacco to stock your shelves if we're being
yeah, man.
I wouldn't have him do that.
I wouldn't
now,
trust
like,
Flacco around nothing related to food.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did we catch you in the locker in the freezer eating Oreos?
not.
Nigga, any package that busted on the floor, Flacco's taking it.
What happened to the
It was
Nabisco
already
shipment?
open.
It was already. Hey, yo, it fell.
No, bro. No, listen, bro. Around that time, bro, I was working out probably like twice a day. You feel me? Like, I wasn't really. You
You was just trying to get your bread.
You was in shape.
bro.
He was buff. This is
Yeah,
buff,
bro. Like,
buff,
I was probably like, probably.
Did you play like sports? You play football?
Nah, but tennis.
What?
Yeah, tennis, man.
You was going crazy?
Short ass legs. He could not play
You was
football.
going crazy on tennis?
Bro, I was first singles as a freshman.
Hey,
Bro,
whatever that means.
No, people don't know about tennis. When you got a build like Flacco used to have, like buff, you could beat everybody. Because most tennis players that are good, that are like going towards professional, they're tall. But if you're short, your center of gravity allows you to get a lot of topspin on the ball from crazy
But
angles.
you have to be agile and dexterous, which this
Not
guy,
really.
like,
Not really.
But I can see
What? You
Flacco
just
being.
have to have good lateral
I can see
movement.
Flacco moving.
Listen, I'm not saying you didn't.
You just have to have good lateral movement.
Look, I'm
That's
the
it.
best athlete in this building.
Right.
That's debatable.
I ain't gonna. That's debatable.
That's very debatable.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is that from your like past experience as an athlete or like right now?
Right now, me being fat, right? They told me this nigga who played, I guess, like JUCO basketball, oh, he was nice as fuck. You can't fuck with him, right? Again, they told me this, right?
Who, Bassa?
I said, bet. Let's lace up and go ball this weekend.
Bassa's shorter than Nathan, by the way, just for context for you guys.
And he's 5'9".
No, he's not.
Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
is he taller than Flacco?
Yes.
No.
Nigga,
No.
nigga, the video exists.
Bassa. Yeah.
Nigga, the video
Is he
exists.
taller than Flacco?
Yes. The video exists. We are next to each other playing basketball. He's taller than me.
There's a video.
Like, okay.
He's tiny, bro. He's a tiny human.
But again, quote unquote, JUCO
Shout out to
basketball,
Bassa,
right?
great guy. I love him.
Right?
Nigga fouling and all of that.
Bro,
Yeah.
they told me I stand
Bullying.
no chance because again, even prior.
I know you just backed him down and turned around and scored on him.
No, nigga, back-to-back threes.
Flacco's
the
scary
video.
in the paint, bro.
What,
He's
you
scary
doing
in the paint.
How many
threes?
games?
No.
What was the situation? What were the rules, bro?
No.
Listen, Flacco
Was
fiction.
y'all playing 1-on-1?
Yes,
Ones?
1-on-1, ones and twos to 11.
Win by 2?
No, so
Nigga.
2 points is 1 and 3 points is 2.
How much running
Yeah.
did you have to
The
do?
score was 11-2. It wasn't even win by 2. It wasn't
Hey,
even
look.
close. Nigga, I ball for real.
How
So,
did
He
you
said
beat
it's a
him? How did
video.
you beat him?
But beating
like
Bassa,
back-to-back threes. You feel me? Back in that a little bit. Yeah,
Okay, so you didn't move around.
What's
that
your
much.
3-point average though?
Huh?
What's your 3-point average? Like how many every time you play?
I
a game?
don't
I'm getting
know,
56%.
was my
But bro, it was crazy, man. Huh?
Kenneth, right?
Yeah,
Kenny,
man.
Kenny.
Yeah.
But is your name Kenneth? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Kenny. Can you believe I remembered that though?
Hey, shout out to Brandon.
And you
bro.
say I hate
I
Mexicans.
just gave you the whole
I
name.
was
No, your name
clowning,
is
bro. It's
Kenneth.
all fun. It's all
Oh,
jokes.
okay. Hey, Kenny. But bro, do you play? Like, no one keeps their stats for pickup games. Like,
No,
like,
but I
what's your
expect
three-point
but
percentage?
if Flacco's
Nah,
over here
hey,
saying
niggas,
No, no.
niggas have been his beaches keeping their
You
stats though.
sick.
facts. No, if
king and
Flacco's
bro know
saying he's
they
the
stats.
best,
They know they stats.
if
They know
Flacco's
they
saying
stats.
he's the best athlete here, he needs to know what his point average.
No, all he has to do is
Right?
play somebody in a game of something.
All right, we're gonna bring no jumper
Do I
outside.
think
We're gonna get the
Flacco will
court.
beat me in basketball? Hell no.
No.
Wait, hold on. So are you challenging Flacco to basketball?
No, there's no
Yeah,
challenge.
I haven't
Bro,
played hoop
bro,
in years, and
bro,
I
he
think I
don't
was
really-
fucking smoked.
bro,
I think
He don't
Flacco
really
got
ball for real,
some
man.
alignment.
You don't ball for real, bro.
I ball with you, but I just know you ain't getting back-to-back threes because I play some defense and you ain't going around me.
No, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, we gotta get this rocking.
Him bragging
We gotta
about
get this
Bassa,
rocking.
like, him bragging about beating Bassa.
Yeah,
he's an
yeah.
I have to
actual
understand how crazy
JUCO
this
basketball
is.
player. Meaning,
That doesn't mean anything.
played ball.
It's not
he
a
actually
stripe at all.
balled. He played organized ball.
Like
Right?
bro done shot a ball into
played-
a,
yeah,
but
a
just-
basket without
I
no
never
net.
even-
And prior to us playing, these niggas was bragging on his top. Oh my god, you see bro, his like handles. Oh my god,
No,
he
it
is
was
so
more
fucking
like-
athletic.
No,
You know, listen though.
He's
Hey.
mischaracterizing this whole thing. It was more
listen,
like
though.
the least athletic person
Gino,
here will smoke
right.
you.
Again, no.
Like,
I give him his credit, right? Because he was doing all type of like left-handed bullshit, twisting, and
But he wasn't making any of them.
let's
No.
Right, I already know
Right.
he wasn't converting nothing.
No, listen. I said, bro, cool, but when I get that ball, you're not getting it back.
Same guy that had to
And you
trip
did that.
Gina in
Huh?
foot
You did
race.
that.
That's what I was about to say. You ever
Hey,
see Flacco
same
race
guy.
against
Brandon
Gina
versus
Hughes?
Flacco. No
Hey.
jumper basketball
Yeah,
game coming
yeah,
soon.
I
Remember
definitely
when
do
you
that.
tripped Gina in a foot race?
That's
Just to
crazy.
beat her?
But okay.
Wait, what?
But that's not true though. Wait, you see how like they just lie
They just
comfortably?
they just throwing
Flacco,
the,
What
the
you
way
mean
you're
by
smiling
they?
tells
Lie
me it's
comfortably.
true.
What you mean by they?
The way he's smiling tells me it's true.
Bro, we just
He tripped that nice
again.
lady,
This was 3 years
the
ago,
homegirl.
Okay.
and we done slow this shit down, zoomed in, all type of shit. She claims that she was an actual fast runner. I said, cool, let's race. Burnt her. I was moving so fast. I'm already ahead of her. She fell behind me.
To be fair,
Come on, bro.
I will say to be
Come
fair.
on,
Oh no,
bro.
he said they got the slow replays and the zoom in. Like,
No,
It
but
exists.
to be
He
fair,
pushed
two
her.
things.
He hit her with
One,
the elbow.
Flacco's way faster than I ever thought he would have been. All right. To
That's
be-
what I'm
I'm
saying.
an
Y'all
athlete,
can't.
man.
Number two, this is the same guy that said that I got slapped. You feel me in the office?
You
and
did
there
get
was
slapped,
video and was live.
How did this-
So I'm gonna take
Well,
what
how
he
did
said.
you
How
get
did this go
Flacco?
from basketball to fighting,
Just
bro?
fighting.
Like,
Yeah, what happened?
No. It's not about that. It's about Flacco's
Unless it's such
perception.
an
Y'all can't
Well,
disrespect
it's
my
about-
boy's
yes,
agility,
I-
bro.
We're on
But-
Flacco. Let me.
No,
But-
it's about Flacco. It's about Flacco's.
But I was there though.
Speaking of real basketball, not this mess Flacco was talking about. The Genie Bus
still
is
in
selling the
intro yet,
damn
by the way.
Lakers.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, to the Dodgers,
Yeah.
Wait,
right?
he said Genie Bus is selling the Lakers, bro.
yeah,
To
we
the
gonna
Dodgers
talk about
manager,
it.
right?
To the Dodgers manager. Hey, listen, I
Owner.
said in the beginning when we were outside, this is a testament to two things. LeBron James is the worst damn basketball ever in the history of the NBA.
True.
And two, female leadership will always fail you when it comes to the when the rubber meets the road.
That's crazy.
One of the only female owners in the league, if not the only one,
Mhm.
sells an historic franchise that her father purchased. It was his passion
It was a player on at one point.
and was a player. She just sells it
Well,
like
go ahead.
nothing.
That's what
like
boy
your
who
kid
found-
selling your house after you die.
And I
They sold it
believe
for
isn't it the
8 billion, right?
10,
For number 10.
10 billion
10 billion, and
10
it's
billion?
isn't that the
Man,
biggest
I'm selling it too.
in
bro.
his
in sports history?
biggest what?
Biggest sale, the biggest dollar amount.
And but she still gets to play her part though on the team.
American
Yeah.
Genie Bus.
She's still governor. She's still governor.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Genie Bus, if by any chance you see this, you are trash. You sold your father's legacy because you are incompetent as an owner. Your brother's not much better.
She won a championship.
Listen, no, she won a bubble. Stop it.
That's
Stop
still
your
championship,
disrespect.
man.
Hold on, man. That was one of the hardest
No,
rings,
hell
though.
no. See, you say you're an athlete, and then you say things that make me not
The
believe
bubble
that.
counts, bro.
The bubble does not
It counts.
count.
I can see people putting an asterisk by it because there's no fans. But like the bubble counts, bro.
The bubble.
the same chance to win.
No, they
Yes,
didn't.
yes.
Everybody had the
yes,
same
yes.
chance to
No,
win.
many
Arguably,
players.
that was against the Lakers.
Fam, when the media is telling you that you're gonna die if you're within 6 feet of people, and legitimate star players say, "I'm not taking that risk because I can't be around my family." Do you guys realize they told these people you will basically be able to have no outside contact? So that alone made a lot of people just say, "I'm not doing this." It's a bullcrap gimmick. The season should have just been canceled.
No way.
The end season.
They
Wait, the
can't even
end
afford
season.
to operate after
This
that.
was designed just to get LeBron James a championship.
No.
That's it.
So you telling me they made COVID for
Yeah,
LeBron to
but-
get a ring?
No, they made the bubble.
Like that's literally what happened.
Bruh, if
COVID
you-
wasn't for us. It wasn't for no
if you-
presidential candidates.
If you have a
They don't care about
pandemic,
sports like that,
if
man.
you have a pandemic where they say you can't go within 6 feet of someone because you're a threat to that person, all activities that force you to be within 6 feet just need to be ceased.
Yeah. Man,
What I will
but-
say is like if there was any championship to be like scripted, it would be the bubble. Just
Of course.
Okay, I can see that.
Anything to manipulate.
But
it
what
would
I'm
be
saying-
it would be the
So
bubble
now-
because
now
it's
this is what I'm saying, though. First
it's a
and foremost-
controlled environment.
Yeah,
bro.
What's the
but let's not
One
get
mic.
too off the edge and start going into.
Yeah, all right, come on. Let's get the
No, I
introduction.
like this conversation. Why
in-
y'all?
Nigga,
into
LeBron
Lakers
won a
basketball
ring.
that we
That's
don't
what-
care
that's all
about.
that
Hey,
matters.
niggas just interrupted a great conversation to do intros, bro. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
No, but it's-
that's how you know that the geeks are controlling this shit.
Silencing
And what
real
barbershop? Listen, Flacco.
Well, our
Flacco.
bosses told us to do the intro.
Listen. First of all, whoever that is not my boss. First of all, the
Oh,
boss. Wait.
shit.
The boss. Wait. The boss brought you here
Is John not
to
the
be
boss?
great at what you do.
But John not
And
the
if
boss?
you listen.
Okay.
This is the problem.
Yeah,
this is
man.
why. That's why
Okay,
niggas struggle
but
to get views now.
Okay, but let's do intros first though before we even get on.
Hey
on
guys,
the
fuck everything. Let's do the intro.
Yeah.
Get your ass back on camera,
Yeah,
brother.
Matilda?
Man, what's up, man? It's TF.
Yeah, Josh.
On my
yeah,
boy
see-
Flacco. What's
see,
the deal?
See, bro, like, he just called because he was tired of the Lakers conversation. Oh, okay, so
Who just called?
What Josh just called, right? Yeah. So,
Bruh, oh my God.
So hey man, okay. So welcome back to the Thursday show. We got Nathan, we got Brandon, we got TF Third. They call him like Tayford for some reason. I don't know
that's
why.
my new name, Tayford.
We got Kenny,
What up,
we got
everybody?
Flacco, and we got Lush One, man.
Shannon, fool.
Now, let's get into one of the topics that's on the list, which this one I don't quite understand. I never knew this was an issue. I never knew Swifty Blue had this much problems out here.
Yeah.
But apparently 19 has been charged, 18 has been arrested, 1 is currently on a large for a conspiracy to murder Swifty Blue. Lush,
yeah, so
Lush, these are your people. So
Great Scott, you don't say.
Shouts to Swifty, man.
A gang member might get killed today in LA.
Unfortunate situation, but so basically, there is a whole plot allegedly that's been going on with high-powered members of allegedly the quote-unquote Mexican mafia, who have had supposedly, according to the Los Angeles Times, a green light on Swifty Blue. So
here, and they I guess like also said that there was an attempt to stab him in prison.
Not in prison.
Yeah.
In prison?
Yeah. They said that they ran in. Yeah, they ran into the cell.
When he was locked up.
And I guess it was a phone call. It was a phone call, and they said that they performed or something like that.
Yeah.
Lush. As non-jailbirds, bro, we just kind of just lose it.
It is an important distinction, though.
We like use the terms loosely, bro.
Okay.
Jail, prison, county.
Well,
he was incarcerated when they tried to kill him.
Okay, so there's been like a lot of controversy surrounding Swifty.
Yeah.
For a few years. A
Okay.
lot of it.
So what's the controversy and why they want to kill him?
So I mean, there's a lot of reasons why supposedly, but like per my understanding as an observer that's watched a lot of YouTube videos, I have nothing to do with the streets. I don't know nothing for real. You feel me? And this is just my perception of what I've observed. It seems like when Swifty was on his quote unquote check-in campaign that he was doing, that rubbed some people the wrong way.
Didn't resonate with him.
Didn't resonate with certain individuals, and they weren't happy with the way that Swifty was representing or attempting to represent their organization.
Suit gang.
So, you feel me? So they wound up
wait, Paul.
trying to correct that.
Wait, Paul. So he's part of the Mexican mafia.
No.
Well,
Look, what it is him being from SoCal. He's an immediate person in that group of people when they go to jail.
Okay.
So you're an immediate part of the personnel. And I think probably what it is, because I read about it too. I think it probably rubbed some people wrong inside of the jails.
He also did make like a diss song dissing like pretty much every like lit Southside rapper.
Southside rapper.
Yeah, like pretty disrespectful.
I have a question.
Are the ones taxing the Hispanic hoods?
right.
That's what you're not talking about.
I have a
Gotcha. Because there was a
They didn't want to pay.
man,
no, because okay.
No, go ahead. What?
No, right? Because there was a because it didn't happen in jail because they said the bounty was already on his head when he got to jail.
So I think the bounty probably was orchestrated before he went in, but when he went in is when the attack happened.
Yeah.
So they're saying that he was in the cell.
There's been several incidents though, like this fool's been at shows and like been performing.
I gotta keep it G though. Let me say something. I've never heard him personally speak about this.
No.
I've never heard him come out and say, I'm being attacked or hey, somebody's trying to, kill me or nothing.
Yeah.
And I gotta respect
either,
that.
I fuck with Swifty.
Yeah, I fuck with Swift for that. Because like
cool dude.
he's not trying to I guess put it as a broadcast for him to get people to view him. He just kept it to himself. But I've never heard about this until this came out.
I thought it was the black people keeping Mexicans out of the rap game. Maybe it's shit like this, where other Mexicans are trying to kill them for whatever reason. Like at the end of the day, Swifty Blue might be annoying, in some of the stuff he says. He's a relatively talented artist. He seems to have a love for his people. He supports a lot of businesses. I've seen him going around buying stuff.
But
listen, this is kids. Say no to gangs because these niggas are just jealous of him. That's it. Just some old Mexican dudes in jail, threw their life away, see somebody shining, they want to get rid of him. This ain't no different than the Big U Nipsey stuff. It's the same scenario playing out.
What you mean Big U Nipsey though? What you mean?
Hold on, before you say that, you made a lot of sense when you said that statement too about older people hating on a younger generation.
Josh has a statement.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Brandon is fired.
Josh.
Are we?
Why did you stop for intros when you guys are 15 minutes into it?
Josh, say that again. You were just on speaker. Say it one more time.
Okay, Brandon was right. Why would you stop to do intros 15 minutes in the middle of a good conversation? And then 2, I never thought I'd say this again. Brandon is 100% right that that was a bubble as an asterisk and not a real championship.
Come on, bro. But we got a W.
Now
though.
we are potting. When you
Well,
get the boss to call in and give his opinion,
I'll say this. In honor of Juneteenth Day, we don't give a fuck what you crackers got to say.
Juneteenth. June.
Hey, but you know about when you said that about the older folks from the jails, the older Latinos from the jails.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the Sway situation.
Well, they mentioned that in the article, right?
They mentioned Sway?
Yeah,
because they said in the article, they asked about, it was like code word.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, you remember the boy from the shower? And the person said, yeah. And they said, do him like that.
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
But it's also like, it's not to speak on too much. Like it is different. It is a different situation.
They will come and kill you.
Well, no, like not to speak. Like,
Les, you go to jail, you're out of here. Don't go to jail.
What I'll say is this: the biggest primary difference between these two situations is that exactly like that fool's from a hood. Like it's like Swifty Blue is a gang member. You feel me? He's like an admitted soldier from his section. He reps a barrio. Like that's different than Suede.
Sway wasn't a good man.
No,
but
even
but Sway was still a part of a coalition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something. And you feel me? Like, and even like with Sway demise, I felt that. I was like, nah, like Lil Bro, he was
long live Suede. Suede is actually one of the dopest rappers that
Suede is one of
LA's
that's ever great.
Swifty Blue is a rapper. Lefty Gunplay is a rapper. At a certain point, at what point, and this is my question to the Mexican Mafia, at what point do you let these dudes do what they do well without trying to like lord or hover over them and like basically want to take their life over ultimately frivolous stuff? Did he kill somebody that's related to you? Did he do anything that was so egregious? This is nothing but intimidation. That's it. You won't let me bully you, so now I want to take your life. Those days have to come to an end for any of our groups to actually make progress. Because if a kid grows, if there's one Mexican kid who's growing up saying, I want to be successful, and there's a threat that there's some loser who threw his life away who will take their life because they can't extort him, that means there's a serious issue within the Hispanic community.
But that's 100%. That's 100% facts right there. And I think it's not even just the Hispanic community.
It's not.
I think that goes. I think that goes for all our community. You just had a valid point right there.
It's a valid point, but it's about gangs. Like this isn't about race.
But even at that time too, he's still making a valid point. It's like, bro, if I'm trying to do something,
because like for example, like Lefty, like I think he'd be so much more marketable and so much more able to like do stuff if he wasn't so anti. Like North, he could go up, do shows in the Bay, stuff
for
like that.
Right.
And it's just
But
like,
he made that choice personally.
He did.
Right?
No, definitely. Yeah. When you sign up for that shit, bro, that's what you sign up for.
Because OGZ and them, they go up there and do shows all the time. And it's love, right?
The Serrano OGs could get in touch with the Norteño OGs and say, look, man, you know, we know we got our differences. They do it in jail. They do it everywhere where they need to.
Yeah.
Just say, look, we got our artist coming up there. Just make sure he's good. Bro, money talks, bullshit walks. But if you can keep people away from the bread, you will always be able to control them.
It's 100% fact.
So, I'm telling you, you have to create a situation where certain people not necessarily are off limits, but like you got, like when I was in a gang, my homies didn't tell me miss football practice so you could come put in work. They said go to practice because they understood that as a football player, if I made it big one day, I could do more for the set than freaking getting killed in the street.
Check this out. But if you walking around talking about, hey, I'm super crip out here, you feel me? Like everybody that comes
like Snoop Dogg?
Like Snoop Dogg.
Who nobody can't touch?
But it was also like that's
nobody, literally.
You can't touch Snoop.
You can't. Here's the thing though, like
you can't.
The industry and the whole way things worked during Snoop's emergence was so different that you can't even like, it's not even a comparable situation.
Snoop was under threat from Suge.
For sure.
Master P, another OG shot caller, big dog, interceded. I'm going to take him under my wing. What do you need me to give you so you can leave him alone? Like, what you said just proved my point. There is some conversation that can happen that could stop this nonsense. There was a conversation on behalf of Snoop.
It was.
Stop
And I've heard,
for sure.
No, 100%. I've heard Snoop tell me, he's like, yeah, they was on the phone, and Master P said, whatever it is you need, I'm gonna give it to you, but he gonna be with us, and he gonna be safe.
Right. But
no,
that's a business move.
Yeah,
No, that's not even business, though. That's streets.
It is streets, but it's a business move.
Wait, no, true. But yes, bro. But also too, bro. Like it like needs to be said. Yo, the streets or game banging in general is the biggest, if not one of the biggest, obstacles that I feel like the inner cities have. Yo,
Facts.
gang banging, bro, ruins everything for everyone.
100%.
Right? Like, bro, I can't name you a good aspect of game banging.
Listen,
I'm
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Like, what's positive?
Let me tell you the positive. The camaraderie, me growing up with you, us becoming something as we become
Friends?
older. Yeah.
Then go get like friends in real life. You don't need a gang
Listen,
friends.
you got more than 5 friends, y'all consider the gang.
Right.
Like, let's be real.
Friends, shit.
Not
Yes,
like
really. Y'all start calling yourself a conglomerate. Y'all got a specific name.
well, that's
Y'all
where gang banging starts happening. Then,
Exactly.
right?
That's what I'm saying. So it's low key inevitable.
But
But
me and my friends never thought let's like name ourselves something. That's,
Well, if you think about it,
that's like a crazy concept.
the gang shit is like the same thing as like a frat. Kind of.
Hell nah,
It
man.
is.
It really is though, because when you think about it, it's all you and a bunch of guys fucking repping the same shit, this and that, except, you know, some people do like criminal activities, some people take shots out of like bitches' asses in Friday night. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But here's the main difference. Okay?
It's definitely fraternal.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
No, but it's the main difference. One of the core principles of most gangs is crime, right?
Right.
Opposed to a frat where like the principles is, yo, this is gonna be, you know,
White
like,
collar crime.
No,
Frats are committing crime. You just don't know about it.
White collar crime.
no,
SA and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Hella SA.
no. Wait though, but the core principles of a frat is what? Yo, listen, yo, like this is to build like a
Brotherhood, but that's the same thing for
Alumni
gangs. It's
branch?
supposed to be like community.
The initiation,
Like,
like when you get hazed in a frat, same thing as getting jumped into a gang. Like, they fuck with you, they try to do some shit to you to fuck you up so you can show solidarity with your group.
my whole point though.
one side is to build an alumni network, have your education. The
Right.
other side is to take over the block.
It's a different
But
environment.
Look, the point
No,
is this.
no, true, but one is criminal and one is for education.
So how does this relate to lefty gunplay? Let's get back to that.
So what I was trying to say is
talking
like
about?
to mischaracterize the Swifty Blue situation.
I mean,
yeah, I know what you meant.
My bad.
To mischaracterize that as him being oppressed by you know, mafia gang members and stuff. No, this is really as a result of him really popping that shit and
Yeah.
being outside.
Swifty has been very
and he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew the potential ramifications. I fuck with Swifty. He is like, this is
How he's been
textbook-
popping it though? Like, give me like,
Bro, he made like
By-
a
by- by-
whole
popping
There's
it.
a song, Letter to My Ops.
Exactly.
Multiple. There's like 3 of them.
Hood, right?
yeah.
Dissing every Sureño rapper that's down here.
like
But it's
all-
way,
Really?
but beyond
Yes,
that,
bro.
beyond
It's bad
him,
too. It's bad too.
But that's he already had all this other lingering negativity before that.
Gotta
he already
check
had the OTR situation and all that before that. This was all the whatever him and Cheeto had going on, their little fallout before that. This was all.
But what does OTR have to factor into like street funk? Like, are they just like?
No,
I think
I mean,
I think it's them
record
signing
label?
other artists.
Yeah, but I
That's-
mean, most of the artists that
They-
are
they
signing
from-
them
they
are,
from-
like, active
they're
gang
Sioux
members.
Gang.
Yeah, not just I
Sioux
mean,
Gang.
There's
Shout out to Tommy
there's,
Gunn.
there's Crips on. Isn't Pac-Man the gun is on?
Well,
OTR,
Pac-Man used to be
like-
on there. 'Cause I just had a meeting with OTR. They definitely pretty much signing a lot of.
Yeah, there's Crips over there.
And,
like-
and it's the thing too. I think you got to understand. If you're a
Bloods
Latino
over there?
Yeah.
in like SoCal,
Mhm.
you're automatically considered one of them double S.
That's the thing about, bro. See, like for me, like I'm not from a gang. I'm not from nowhere, but I grew up in SGV, same area where like Lefty's from. And if I go up north and shit and I tell people where I'm from, I automatically get like looks just because of
Look
like
at you,
just
exactly.
because I'm from LA. So people look at me crazy up there. So you gotta. It's a weird thing that you gotta balance and shit like that.
The thing is this: Kendrick Lamar dissed every rapper in the game pretty much too. Nobody's getting killed over that. These people need to understand it's on wax. Let's keep it on wax. Yeah, those are rappers who got dissed, right? How does dissing a bunch of other Southside rappers result in people wanting to kill you?
But he was also
they can,
dissing
wait,
like-
they can get on
my
wax.
point is like that doesn't matter.
It's
Fuck,
different.
but what-
fuck him
Kendrick is not
dissing.
dissing gang
But
He was
listen to what
dissing-
I'm telling. Listen, you just said, Nathan, that he dissed a bunch of other Southside rappers, did you not?
Yeah. and
Okay,
he's
so
found
rappers
that
diss.
good.
Listen, rappers diss on wax. They are rappers, allegedly, supposedly. Now
Not
they
all
can
of them.
diss
He
him.
was also dissing
Now,
gang members
listen,
too.
but now
He
you can
wasn't
get your
just dissing
homies who
rappers.
rap from your gang to diss him back on wax. And then this is the beauty of it. I'm gonna blow all you guys' mind. Then you could do a concert, a tour, whatever. All those guys on the same bill and make a bunch of money.
But at the
Y'all
end of
worried
the day-
about violence and
Welcome to
petty
hip-hop,
bullcrap
my nigga.
instead of getting
Yeah,
y'all back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but when
dude,
you said
dude.
when you brought up Kendrick though, Kendrick was dissing Big Sean, ASAP Rocky,
Yeah,
Drake.
yeah,
like
yeah.
those are people that are in different states, different cities. Swifty's dissing people that are in the same city as him that are
gang
going
members
that are gang
and not
members.
Is he
rich.
beating them up? Is he shooting at them? Is he hurting them?
But that
I
don't
don't know.
matter
I'm asking
in
a
hip hop.
simple
The
I ain't
X50
gonna
said
to answer your question,
yeah.
no.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
right.
he's not.
Y'all can't be honest about it.
I'm gonna
And
be
you-
honest,
I
no.
expect more from you, Kenny.
Because Swift dissed my boy Young, Stupid Young.
Yeah.
But it's different though.
And when
Because
we seen him,
yeah.
and the friction was turned down. He's like, nah, it's rap.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. But that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think it was really about him. That was it was already a problem before he started dissing
Yeah, I
all the
think
rappers.
I think his problem. I don't think his problem
all that
was.
check-in.
Yeah, I think. Listen, I think his
that's the
problem
biggest
wasn't the
problem.
rapping dissing
Lush,
people on rap. I think his problem was he wasn't abiding by some rules that
He
was
did
probably
how to
applied.
rob shit,
Lush.
and then.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Again, it sounds like one. We can't even say like, why didn't y'all rap back when like that? Like that's a thing in hip hop, but usually, you know, like more often than not, if somebody is dissing a lot of niggas, it's usually violence that come behind that in hip hop. This is not a Swifty Blue and Sereno thing. This
especially in your own
right.
city,
a hip hop
because
thing.
look at- No, I was gonna say especially in your own city because look at New York drill rappers, look at the Bronx rappers.
Right.
Yeah,
They
that's
diss
what-
everybody in their city, and that's the shit that leads to like because like you said when you said the Kendrick shit, that's like some super rap. Everyone's signed to a label, everyone's getting money, bro. People out here are like trying to figure this shit out.
LA is not Chicago. Chicago is way under policed. That can't. What happens in Chicago can't happen in LA. Too many people want to come here and tour and all that. What I'm telling you is
there's not snow to hide
I've-
bodies for months.
right. I've been in studios, and this a fact, Tay. You know this. You rap. I've heard dudes ask rappers to diss they hood just to give them some motion.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So why don't you be grateful to Swifty for
But-
dissing you and use it
But you know,
as a trampoline to catapult your rap career?
but you know, they come with a different aura.
Who
They
are these
more-
rappers that's from Long Beach that ask people to
Bro,
diss their hood?
bro,
No, ain't
I
nobody from
remember
Long
that.
Beach. Ain't nobody
Name
from
them,
Long Beach.
bro. Name
Actually,
them, man.
there is one person.
No, let me give you.
Hey, I do want to say bro name, but I'm not finna say bro name. But on Gangsters, he just dissed me on his new album. I'm like, why?
Listen,
Why dissing Tay?
Oh, okay.
I
Hey, Brandon.
heard personally
Expose them.
niggas was with what's the nigga name? He's Snoop.
That
Nah, the other nigga. Damn, Pocket.
pocket. Okay.
A nigga from West Coast Crip was like, "Hey, cuz, tell Snoop to diss the hood or something. Give niggas some motion." He literally said that to
well,
Pocket.
okay.
Snoop to diss the
But
hood.
listen.
Well, that's different then, right?
Oh,
That's
okay.
cool.
Tell-
I'll give you
Damn, the
I'll
80s,
give you an
they the
example.
biggest rapper.
I'll give you an example. There's a group called the East Siders.
Of course.
Famous line. They say Pinche,
Long
The-
Ghettos.
right, Longeros. Longos literally cheer when they hear that line.
That's a fact.
They literally cheer.
They
Hey,
getting
like,
named in a big ass song that everybody's playing.
bro, that was a hit, a national hit. The dude saying F them, but they're so happy that they're just getting mentioned on a national level. They literally cheer when they hear that line in the song.
But that's not to say some fools are not gonna trip though.
I'm not saying that. But what I'm telling you is to get dissed by somebody who's got a lot of motion,
Yeah.
that has better chance of giving you some motion than going to kill a person.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
That's
Whatever
true.
avoids killing.
Wait. So Pinche means fuck?
No,
Yeah.
it means stupid. Pinche means
Oh.
stupid.
Well, whatever it means, but he
Yeah.
definitely said it in a derogatory.
Yeah, that's
like,
it's a
and like, and I ain't gonna hold you. That's like the key part in the party. Like we love saying that part.
What? Pinche?
PJ Long Ghettos.
And,
I've never heard
and
that
I'm
song
telling
before.
you, Logos do not feel no ill will. They be happy. They was happy. Like, yeah.
Really?
They at least if you recognize your op, you recognize that they op.
I've definitely had. I definitely had some, one of them come up to me. Is like, "Hey, y'all, this is in the song. Y'all turned this up." Like,
For real.
what?
Wait, who created the song?
The East Siders.
The East Siders, Goldie Low,
Goldie Low,
JD.
Trey D, Snoop.
Oh, what? Oh, they said that. Oh,
So
wow.
Trey D said it.
You
in
see?
the 90s.
You see, listen.
Was it not
Early 2000s.
Not early 2000s.
Early
Yeah, early 2000s.
I'm not tapped in. I didn't know that they was dissing like that. Like,
bro, listen,
in like early hip hop.
I didn't know it was really. I could not figure out what that lyric was. Like, I thought I knew what it was. Which
Snoop was
actually
gangbanging like
Wait,
that.
wait, you never heard of Banging on Wax before? Like Crips and Blood.
Big Y and all of them.
Crips and Bloods.
Rest in peace to Big Y, by the way.
There was an album called Banging on Wax. And,
No.
and it was literally just Crip and Blood rappers
really?
dissing each other. And
And they made millions off of that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
There was the
different,
follow-up,
'cause-
Damu Riders and Nationwide Rip Riders.
Right? Well, no. So to me, like, that's like controlled chaos, right?
It
That's
was.
like,
It was.
No, it was.
yo, we are all on it. Yeah, that's for bread.
It was not control, bro. It was literally a diss with bad intentions that
Yeah.
got celebrated by the Longos,
Oh,
bro.
well, sure.
This was at the height of beef between like Insane Crips and Longos. But
Facts.
what I'm saying is the Longos was like, bro, giving us motion. Like now people in Florida know who we are. Now people
Bro,
in New York
we
know
got
who we are.
got a Longo rapper now, but just based off of that. I'm not gonna say his name.
But if that was,
He's an enemy. But
you hate them niggas, huh?
yeah.
but if
That's
that was like
crazy.
in the
Why?
90s, though.
Yeah.
But if
I
that,
mean, it's a lot of things I've been going down with us for 10 years plus.
Are they catching hats or what?
I don't know what that even means.
Like,
Man, we
grown
was having a
man.
moment of positivity.
I'm a
Flacco
grown
had to
man.
spin
I don't know what that
We're
means.
not gonna do this on a.
What?
But anyway,
Right.
look, with Swifty though,
We're not getting indicted.
I gotta give Swifty his respect, bro. I haven't heard him not once mention him being attacked in jails. You know, usually when a rapper comes out, he's like, "Oh, I just got stabbed up." Nah, bro, he kept it silent.
I would not mention it either, bro, because how that shit sounded like a movie, homie. Like, bro, listen, bro, like the cellmate walked out, 3 niggas walked in.
What? And made a
And
call.
started
And made
trying to
a
stab the
call.
nigga.
Hey,
Feel
it's
me?
cool though, right? Like,
So the story is
Swifty.
Swifty walked in. He was in the cell.
Yeah.
3 dudes walked in. They hit him up.
Yeah.
Then they went back on the phone. It's like, yeah, he had a good performance. I
Yeah.
guess that's what the words was. He had a good performance. Yeah, it was something like the dude in the shower, which I guess they was trying to reference.
To Suede.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, they was talking crazy, and I never heard him say anything about it, which was gangster to me.
I fuck with that too.
Shit,
I
man.
do fuck with that.
Oh, I wanted to say no. I hear what y'all saying about like that shit like was turning people up and they were happy about it. But when was that made? You said like the early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Okay, so that's not 2025 where there's like social media, people want clout. Drill music was never a thing. Now everyone
fact.
is getting more clout from like actually going and doing shit, and that's probably gonna have people wanting to do more.
I
shit.
mean, before we had cameras, we had people like that.
yeah,
People just wanted to be able to say, "Hey, I did that," when y'all didn't do it.
right.
So I mean, it really don't make no difference.
Okay.
I will push.
Either or way, it's going to conflict somebody else and be like, "Oh, I got to take this cap."
So you don't think nowadays people are more likely to like take that shit seriously and go more violent after the spawn of drill music and how shit has
No,
changed?
I 100% agree with you.
People-
But I'm just saying, back in the days, they were
was
still
different.
somebody,
Still
but
tripping.
the only thing about it was I wasn't on the internet. So when I did it, nobody cared who did it. I just did it.
Right.
I push back against that because I think the advent of the internet give people more incentive to not retaliate physically, because you can make a diss song and within 30 minutes have that uploaded on the internet in response, actually making money through AdSense dollars for dissing your op. So
And clout.
you got to be absolutely stupid or drug induced to say, let me go, bro. Look, okay, Kenny. So say this. Say I make a video and I'm like, F Kenny, I hate him. He's a punk, whatever. That bitch does 30 million views. I made $3,000 off it.
Yeah.
More than that.
You come back, right? You come back and say, you know what, Brandon is a bitch, and you do upload that video and it gets 40 million views. I could say anything I want about you, your mama, whoever. Your first inclination is not going to be, let me go kill him. It's going to be, let me go reply
And
to get my bread.
And that's
That's a
assuming that
fact.
I'm in a
That's a
clear
fact.
state of mind that I have people around me that are positive influences. But these kids, they're out here just fucking with, bro, even like the big homies are telling them to crash out for them, bro.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is like they're probably on drugs, fucked up, probably emotional because they just lost a homie. Like, yeah, could I make this money? Could I like diss back? But maybe they're thinking, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm gonna put in some work for where I'm from, and maybe that means more to them because of the people that they're around.
And that's why when I made my message initially, I said, listen, to the Mexican mafia, do it this way versus this way. I'm older.
Yeah, you guys can tax him way more if they make money.
So I'm aiming. I'm almost 40. So my message go to the big homies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't say nothing to the little ones. I don't know what they doing. I'm talking about if you a real big homie, if you really the boss, the don, the jefe like you say you are, you got to understand there's more ways to skin a cat, and we in a new era where you could make this stuff profitable with nobody being killed.
No, man. No facts,
Again, that's
man.
why everyone. That's what assuming
Yeah.
everyone's in a clear state of mind, though.
Man. All right, man. So, speaking of dissing ops.
But why would you take orders from someone who isn't?
Yeah. Man, but speaking of dissing, man. So, 2 days ago, 607 Unc and Munchie B
Man, I saw this.
had a
That was crazy.
had a little altercation where and he said the S word in regards to like Munchie B. Do we need to play the clip or did everybody else see it?
I saw
I
it.
seen that shit. That shit was crazy.
Cool. So now he apologized directly after, which I believe Unc is a very smart dude.
He knew what he was doing, huh?
One, that was not by accident.
Y'all must have watched my show last night.
No, right? No. One, that was like not by accident. Two, because Unc and Brick Baby is so close, Unc was well aware of the DW Flame and Brick situation and how that shit turned up Flame and how like the audience was sort of like seeing Flame now as like the head nigga in charge in the building.
Over here stepping on stuff.
And Unc was trying to repeat that in my perspective. That shit was not by listen, bro, because he
Wait,
did.
You think this was him trying to assert dominance over Munchie?
Me, it might have been.
That's
I take it as that.
And he did a podcast with
So
Munchie the week before, and they talked about Munchie B being a blood.
No, here's the thing. Like,
So he didn't forget Munchie a blood.
no, clearly, like, and this is what I said. Like,
Yeah.
Unc is way too aware of a person to not know. Like, he's very, very.
Yeah.
He's very cognizant of his surroundings. You know what I mean? Like, he knows. I feel like that was. I don't feel like he realized the extent of like the backlash it was gonna get. But
No, man,
I
cut
feel
it
like
out. He
knew what
realized
he was
it.
doing more than he was.
I don't think he realized the
The backlash?
yeah,
Like,
but
full
but
extent.
I think he realized what he was doing.
Yeah.
Of
And
course.
like what he was doing was he was attacking somebody who can't see him, who can't really defend himself at the time.
Shit, I don't know.
But I ain't
what
gonna hold
think
you. Munchie let me down when that happened because like I've seen prior podcasts where Munchie's like, oh, if anybody said that to me, I'm taking off. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I love Munchie. Me and Munchie good. We got a good report. But Munchie, you was supposed to sock the air, fool. I don't give a fuck what you socking. You better throw some hands. Like that boy literally dissed you not once, but twice. He literally repeated it again. Like when you usually tell somebody, be like, oh, say that again.
That was deliberate.
They'll go back.
I don't want to say too much, but this is all publicly available information. But per my understanding, Munchie B has accumulated more charges since losing his vision than he had before.
I don't know nothing about that, but I just know
I'm just saying,
I know
like-
Munchie from the streets. Listen,
No,
I've been knowing Munchie for
so
like
I'm saying, but I say that to say to act like he's not still capable of doing damage.
oh no, nobody's saying that.
No, I know you're not saying that.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying though. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do what you're supposed to do. We done seen people do this a couple times, and everybody's like, "Oh, I would have done this. I would have done this." Him being a part of that group, saying, "I would have handled it this way." For him to say that,
But
to
do
you,
what exactly? Right
Exactly.
right here.
Fire on him.
Punching. Like
Nah,
you said,
because
punching
Unc
air.
understand. No, bro, but listen, bro. Like,
Listen, do
bro.
listen.
now
do
Unc
it the correct way.
understood though that it was high reward, low risk. Because why? Because everybody is gonna give at least one pass, right? Why? Because if you say, "Oh shit, bro, I didn't know that you were blood." Oh shit, bro, I didn't know you was a Crip. Take my bad, bro. You're not tripping off of that, bro. Feel me, man?
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna slap box. We're gonna do something, but we just gotta get this over with.
How you gonna slap box with somebody blind? Tay, now you sound.
that is kinda
You been
crazy.
drinking, nigga.
Listen, but hold on, peace game.
You feel me?
All you gotta do is line them up and tell them how much. Listen, tell them the feet.
High reward,
Tell them
low
the
risk.
feet. Hey,
Yeah.
Brandon, 3 feet in front of you. Don't move 2 feet to the left.
You doing the
Just
homie
keep
dirty.
going.
Man, this nigga is slick. No, it's slick, right?
You gotta reward
No,
Munchie
Brandon
for
is
his
slick,
maturity.
No, again, high reward, low risk, because he knows, hey, bro, if I say, oh, it's my bad, bro, I didn't even know you was a blood or a Crip, well, then, like, you got to be like a 4 extra type nigga where you just straight gangbang to fully crash out over, extra, my bad, bro, I didn't know you was a blood.
Okay,
No?
repeat this though.
You feel me?
So did you think he went home comfortably and nobody was pressing him about that?
Yep.
Who?
Munchie.
Oh, no. Again, I'm sure the B team held him accountable, but I'm saying, right?
Held him accountable, I don't know.
Yes, you need to be held accountable.
Held accountable?
Bro, I seen at least like 5 reactions, and the first thing niggas said was, where was the B team?
But that's the thing, like,
Bro.
obviously, if Munchie wanted, he could have, like...
He could have killed him.
He could have, or just
that
made the
night.
call, like, hey...
Listen, but listen.
why are we not rewarding his maturity?
No, we are.
Doesn't sound like
100%.
Because he
Respect
got
his
all the
maturity.
reward from it.
But what I'm saying is, reward doesn't come from you sparing a life. Reward comes from you in your, I guess your maturity.
Yeah.
Bro, the mature way was to be like, hey, let's go outside and get in the box. And so
He's blind, though. Do what? Like,
Okay.
that
what?
would have made...
Put him in a box.
That would have
Man,
made...
3
Yeah,
feet
bro.
by 3 feet. You can't go nowhere.
That would have made
Escaping.
Munchie look like the biggest G ever.
I'm
He
saying,
called
like, bro.
someone out for a fade
And by the way, listen,
That check gonna
Munchie,
be going, though, right? Why? Because again,
yeah,
though.
exactly. That
but he was defending. He was defending his part. Like, hey, don't say that no more. Don't say that. But
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
just
he
like
did check him. Like, what's he
I've
doing?
seen
Like,
reactions to videos with DW and with Brick,
Yeah.
and I've seen people say, "Oh, I would have never let that happen,"
Yeah.
but people are letting
No.
it happen.
that is a somewhat different.
And this is somebody
scenario.
from not from California. So like,
yeah,
who's
also
scared of
too.
the repercussions?
No. Well, here. I feel like why? Because it's Munchie, like nobody is really tripping off Munchie the Wild. Because we all recognize, Munchie ain't no buster. Meaning this, okay?
Yeah, we know that.
Right?
Right.
Bro, everybody probably told like him, hey, Unc, oh, you lucky. Oh, you are lucky that Munchie wasn't on bullshit with you. Know why? Because, bro, we all know the busters you can try this with and the niggas you can't. Bro, some of these like podcasting niggas, some, not all, but some of them, bro, you can diss they hood, they homies, and they gonna come here and podcast with you about it, right? Some niggas you can't do that with, bro. Right? Again, though, some niggas, we know them, bro. You could diss they hood and dead homies,
And niggas will come on
and they gonna podcast with you about it, and come up here and sit in front of
and
you
then be your friend.
and talk about it and shake your hands afterwards and say, on hood, bro.
It was cool.
Nigga, no.
Why would you say that
Why on
though?
hood?
What?
Why'd you say that?
He doesn't realize what he's
What?
doing.
He made a reference.
Yeah,
What?
he doesn't
To who?
realize what he's doing.
I ain't got no parts in that.
So,
Hey, but look,
so
Jump in the hood.
as a spectator, like, does the hood and the streets, y'all got like a line where this is content,
Yeah.
and then this is like real shit.
listen,
like,
things are content until you say certain things.
right.
Certain
exactly.
things constrict the hood to react.
So is a slur
He ain't
the
dissed a
line?
specific
He
hood,
but he dissed
Yes,
that whole.
No, that's
listen,
worse.
that's
Like,
that word right there is literally.
That's-
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not just for them.
No.
It's for the whole.
60
Yeah.
No.
607 Unc made it very clear that he's able to control himself. I don't need nobody to check me.
Yeah.
I could check myself. When you're a grown man, the checking of yourself comes before you aggress against the other person or commit the offense. 607 Unc dissed Munchie on purpose.
Yes.
It was obvious from watching it that 607 Unc had been instructed by Adam to troll Munchie at the beginning of the show. Because when he was getting by him, Munchie said he want to sit next to you. Adam, just like Adam told 607 Unc to troll Comparator. So what we're realizing now is that 607 Unc is brought in, he's instructed, hey, troll this person, go crazy.
Unc is compromised.
Because we need
by 22.
Because we need the views though.
Adam 20 Jules.
No, I get why he's doing it. And trolling someone is to get a reaction out of them. So even Adam telling Unc to troll him,
You think he
Didn't
told
be-
Unc to diss Munchie's hood?
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Even Adam telling Unc to troll him, Adam did not say, hey, bro, go in there and diss bro's hood.
No,
he didn't
I don't
say
think
that.
Adam wanted him to say
And
that.
he did not.
Or troll.
Unc chose to take it to that point because he wasn't getting the reaction he wanted out of Munchie initially, right? He didn't get Munchie to react the way he can get other people to react. I saw when Unc was in front of DW Flame, the fans, the viewers sent me the video. He was
The clap
scared
shit.
of Flame.
When you start clapping,
He
say
was
clap.
terrified of DW
Facts.
Flame. He was even
23rd
sitting.
Street.
He even was sitting like this because he probably thought Flame was gonna do something to him. So
Flame is an intimidating guy. to be
yeah,
fair.
yeah. To you guys, yeah. But what I'm saying is,
I can see him being intimidating.
to someone as small as Unc,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is this: he did it to the perfect person to do it to in that moment. Someone who, if they did decide to get mad, they can't see you, so you can like move around and try to get, or people could stand in front of you. What I'm telling you is 607 Unc be coming at LA dudes, right? I'm not gonna say nothing about violence or nothing like that. What should have happened, every person in unison sitting on these couches should have been a man, chimed in and said, hey bro, we understand what you do, but you going too far with that. Because that could have negative repercussions.
Munchie did it himself very quickly.
But what I'm telling you is, listen,
that.
remember, Munchie can't really do nothing to him. I'm telling you, if someone's sitting here and diss somebody hood and you know that could end up deadly, every man in this room should have made it clear that they're not cool with that. You don't sit like y'all do. Y'all sitting waiting to see if some shit happened.
Nah,
but if somebody laid that nigga down dead in front of no jumper, y'all would have been saying, we need to stop the violence.
So here's the thing.
The way you jumped up when they was talking about the Southsiders, you was in there.
Nah,
I laughed. For him too.
He on your ass, Lush.
I laughed.
You said you went. You said he didn't know what that word
nigga jumped in like he was playing goalie, dog.
No, you said. No, you said. Unc. It means something different where he's from.
What I was trying to say at that moment is what I was trying to explain is like, look, out there, I guess 6-0s are cool with Hoovers, and it's like that. I understand in a lot of other states and cities. Like, Crips that have beef with each other, they might not have beef in other places and all that. So that's why this whole 607 thing makes sense in the context of St. Louis gangbanging. But like out here, there's most Hoovers and like a lot of Bloods get along. You know what I'm saying? Like they actually have an alliance. You feel me? Hoovers
nice redirect, Lush.
No, I'm not. Let me get to that. But okay. I was like, so that's what I was referring to in that moment.
Okay.
Now, as far as everybody needing to jump to the blood card / Munchie B's defense. I feel like in that moment, he was more than adequate in explaining that it was, and we all wanted to diffuse. Nobody was trying to exacerbate. Nobody was like, oh, you heard what he said? Munchie, you better do something.
Y'all was sitting there just like this. Y'all was sitting there just like this.
Okay.
First of all, it was a shocking thing. I was like,
no. And Hefe, the only one who truly, he was like,
bro, look at my face. Pull up the clip right now. I looked directly at it.
I was like this.
My jaw dropped, bro.
My question to you, Brandon, is what happened on camera? So tell me what happened on camera and then tell me what you think should have been different from that. Because it feels to me like everyone kind of checked him.
He disrespected Munchie's hood 2 times. Okay. He didn't just disrespect Munchie's hood. He disrespected all Bloods in front of Munchie as if to antagonize to see if what Munchie was going to do, how he was going to react. What should have happened would be the same thing that happened, that would happen if Lush walked out this building, we all stand in the front, and somebody jump up and try to fight Lush. We would, at that moment, all get in the middle. Hey, bro, chill out. So that's not cool. It's cool to have fun. It's cool to troll. But when you cross the line into disrespect, every man who's ever been disrespected or who would not tolerate disrespect should have interceded. And I know it's true because Aunt Hefe went home and said if Unc tried to do something to Munchie, he would have beat Unc up. So that means that Aunt Hefe understands exactly what I'm saying. That should have been checked. Not because Munchie's a blood, but because this dude's disrespecting people now to get a laugh.
But so clearly though,
a comedian can't get on stage and disrespect Jewish people, no matter how funny he's trying to be.
People should all be
y'all draw the line somewhere.
I think everybody should be allowed to be disrespected.
Nigga, hell,
but that's
disrespect the Jews if you want to. They gonna take you on.
It's over for you.
Talking about
the context of comedy. I'm referring to his.
Sure. Okay. No.
I don't think any group should be above getting.
And also too though, right? No, listen. Also too though, bro. Y'all some cold niggas cause next Tuesday, y'all about to sit them right next to each other again.
Who?
No, because
and have another full podcast. Yeah, Munchie Unc about to be right back on the podcast again.
I ain't gonna. How do you think that's gonna feel?
Shit.
Well, look,
that's gonna
I'll be real. If Unc gets to come back on the podcast, then Unc is the realest nigga to ever live, bro.
You being funny.
I'll be real, nigga.
Let me say something though. If Munchie rebuttals and say, "Hey, bro, what did you say last episode?" And he says it again.
That's gangster.
Ooh.
No, regardless of that,
Or
no.
Munchie tries to fight him.
No.
I need that from last week.
That's gonna be the funniest fight in the world.
No, bro.
My money, I'll take my money's on blind Munchie. Over
Munchie gonna knock him out if he catch him. If he hit him.
Yeah, I feel like blind Munchie will beat.
Listen.
now-
Okay, that's Dick Riding, no, bro. You can't say no blind nigga.
I just
can.
don't see,
Bro.
Can whoop on a nigga who can
I'm
see?
saying,
his
hey,
nails?
listen, Unc might sock him like 2 or 3 times, but Unc gonna be like terrified of the hit.
Yeah.
If Munchie hits him,
Do you understand how vision is like a 99% of this fight, right?
hey, hold on.
Munchie would have to grab him.
And we gotta understand too.
Instincts,
When
heart.
once you lose your vision, you get better senses. Your
That's what
hearing,
I'm
your
saying.
smelling,
He's like
the sense.
Daredevil. He's like Daredevil. He's like Matt Murdock. He knows how to. You feel
So
me?
if I
Like,
drop a pin, he
So
gonna know
he's
exactly.
Kashi
what
know
I'm
Sensei
saying.
now.
exactly.
Listen,
Yeah,
it ain't gonna be no fight because all Munchie got to do is make a phone call and have somebody come in and fight
Right.
for him.
That's a
that
fact.
part.
So when I'm telling y'all, I'm not
It's
saying
over.
nobody should do violence to nobody. What I'm saying is, if you truly gonna be podding together and it's truly gonna be a podcast crew, the disrespect has to be checked by everybody in the room. And Unc, he has to be professional enough to say, I can be funny, but there's lines that I cannot cross. That is the test of someone who is truly talented. Do I think Unc is talented? I think Unc is a Dave Chappelle ripoff. That's what I think he is. But he could prove me wrong.
That's hating, man.
He can prove me wrong.
A Dave
by-
Chappelle rip.
Yeah, because
Nah,
when
but
he wasn't getting the reaction,
I see what he's making.
when
he's
he
making
wasn't
sense.
getting, listen,
He
bro,
low-key making
when
sense.
Unc was not getting the reaction he wanted, he started trying to disrespect Munchie's hood. Then another time when he wasn't getting the reaction he wanted, he went over in the corner and started pretending like he was asleep.
Yeah.
That tells me that you're bombing as a comedian and you don't know how to deal with it.
But he's funny, though.
He's
He
funny
is
to an
funny.
extent.
He's very.
If he
funny.
was really funny, he would be over there at a theater in Hollywood packing it out.
Do you feel like if Unc was from LA, he would still have that? Like he would still make
Hell
that joke?
No, he couldn't even be from LA.
You said he would have said that?
Nah, listen.
If he was from LA instead of St. Louis, instead of he's an out of towner, like would he have made the same?
No,
He would
no.
have never said
No.
that.
Because he know where he's at and he would know the repercussions.
Unc
of
feels
it.
safe within the comfort of
So
no
does he get a
jumping.
pass?
No, he don't get no pass.
No, that's why we're talking about it.
and,
Right.
and you gotta think about it too. We knew that Unc was threatened by pretty much the reaction of the energy in the room when he starts saying, "Oh, I don't fight, I shoot. I'm from St. Louis, I shoot."
Every nigga that can't fight say that.
No, but I'm saying too.
and
That's
the
when he.
cool part
But no,
is-
but that's when he knew. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna win this. So what I'm gonna resort to is something that none of us would want to do because I'm putting us in.
He's gonna try to take it to the next level.
Exactly.
He's gonna
But
try.
by the way, that is true. Like they are way quicker to strap out there.
Yeah, but
Bro,
you're not out
like-
there.
But
Yeah,
you're
you're
out here. You working here. You live
Yeah,
out
no,
here now.
but here's the
Listen, I'm
thing.
gonna keep it a bean right now. I seen an interview where he was talking about it after, and he was like, "Yeah, I still look that Munchie different because he just left too fast."
Who said that?
Oh,
Unc.
yeah. So
What does that even mean? See, that's what I'm saying.
No,
It's-
but this is what it mean to
that's
him.
Like Munchie was plotting because
No,
Munchie
yeah,
left
exactly.
without.
That's what it means
such
to
a
him.
misread
It's like,
of the
oh,
situation.
I just told you I apologize, like for like 45 minutes, and then as soon as the pod's over, you don't shake my hand and tell me I'm good. You just leave.
No,
But
no,
Munchie literally like leaves like that after every.
But it
pod.
don't matter. That right there lets you know alone that the boy.
Is nervous.
the
He's
apology
nervous.
wasn't
yeah, he
the
nervous.
one. The
not
apology,
Munchie.
the apology was not sincere. The same way when he was talking to
You don't think it
DW
was
Flame.
sincere?
No, just the same way when he was trying to explain himself to DW Flame. It wasn't sincere. Unc is a passive aggressive
But peep game,
person.
peep game.
If Unc was my size, he'll be in here trying to beat up all of us. I promise you. I know, bro.
Oh
when you're a
my
big
God,
dude, let me
McCullough.
tell you something. When
Hey,
you're
hey.
Oh my
when you're a
God,
big dude,
bro.
when you're a big
That's a
dude,
terrifying thought. Unc
Hey,
is
think
like,
about
yo.
Unc being like Brandon size, bro.
Oh, bro, that'd be a
I'm
nightmare.
from St. Louis. Gang.
Nigga, I'm from St. Louis and grab your shoulder. like,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm not
Unc would
fucking with
be
it.
Unc would be famous Richard shit if he was big.
No,
He'd be
imagine
jumping up on
four
people.
extra with Unc's personality.
Oh, nah.
No, but
I wouldn't want to be in the building.
what I'm saying is
I'd
Unc
be extra.
tries to, he'll disrespect, he'll say sorry, but he really don't mean it. He's only sorry because he has to, because he know he can't physically best you. That's it. If he was Flacco size, he would have never
Big
apologized.
game. So let's talk about
We
this.
see them podcast again though.
Hold
That's
on,
the
but be
question.
this. So we was talking about the flame situation. Now remember with the flame situation, he told him quit clapping his hands. Now Unc did talk back, but he stopped clapping his
He
hands.
didn't clap them hands one more time.
That's what I'm saying. So that was it wasn't a sincere apologetic.
When Nipsey
thing.
Hussle was in the studio with Diddy, and Diddy was like, "Don't clap no more," that nigga Nipsey said, "Nigga, I'ma clap all night."
Don't do that.
Yeah.
That's what Nipsey said. That's what Nipsey said, right?
We're not doing that though.
No, but I'm using that as an example. Wait a minute. I'm using that as an example to, if you a real one, can't nobody tell you what to. Hey, my nigga, I understand you upset or whatever, but you can't tell me what to do. Don't even.
I ain't gonna talk about that situation.
No, I'm not saying.
It made Nipsey look good though. It made Nipsey look really good.
Baby. All right, cool.
What did he do?
What did Unc do? You seen what Unc do? And you seen his hand.
He went like this.
He went like this. He stopped himself. Oh, babies, he did. Did he not?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So look, bro, I think, bro, his apologies be sincere, but it's under a certain aspect of you just being able to say, all right, I'm not going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's forced.
It's one of two things.
That's what I'm saying.
It's one of two things. Either Unc really means no harm and it's just like this.
Or it's just like, I'm going to apologize to the fact when you say you're not going to beat me up.
Right.
But I'm going to continue it.
Or number two, he's a master manipulator and his
listen,
true intention is
not manipulator. He's a master of control chaos, which is why
that part.
Like he's so great and entertaining. Even like in like his interviews, he creates like these situations where there's control chaos, there's like, there's like back and forth, they're arguing, and then it's all good. So I feel like, to me, Unc is mad talented and he's funny as fuck, and like he's not a bad person to me.
No, fuck no.
I just feel like try to control chaos on the Busters, because trust me, bro, it's the pick of bro.
Hey, you know what's crazy,
look,
fool?
You can find another Busters to interview.
I've never heard of controlled chaos unless they were talking about like political things, like with fake insurgents.
No
like
jumper.
That. But like now,
go to YouTube.com.
I understand that there's fake chaos.
He's literally dismantling.
But listen,
his biggest potential detractors are gang members.
And
he's trying to make them all look foolish.
But this is what I'm saying though.
That's his agenda.
The thing about controlled chaos, the thing about controlled chaos is the last part of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen.
For sure. For sure.
But he's in control.
The stuff Unc is doing here, he would never do in St. Louis, bro. I'm telling you.
But he was out there talking about GD Vito.
But he wasn't saying that with GDs and Vice Lords in the room.
They out there in the Midwest.
But were they in the room with him?
I don't know about
That's
that.
what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They're not in the room with him, and it's made clear if they are, I'm joking around. What I'm telling you is Unc is a manipulator. He agitates you to the point to get you mad, and then he talks you down. Oh, fam, I'm trying to spread love. Yeah. It's an act. It's a gimmick. We get it. We understand it. But he crossed over into disrespect to get a reaction out of Munchie. And what I'm saying is, if you want to play those type of games, don't be surprised if something end up happening to you. You can let Adam tell you do this, and then you trying to impress and all that stuff. But when the repercussions come, I'm sorry, I can't feel sorry for you. I'm just throwing it out there like a fair warning.
I just like, and that's I don't want something bad to happen to Unc. I don't want some random 15-year-old to run up on him talking about what was that you said on No Jumper?
Yeah, no. But like also too, man, why I have to give like Munchie credit was because Munchie never said, "Hey, I don't want to have him back on." He never said, "Hey, man,
bro, Munchie a gangster." Yeah, Munchie ain't gonna be that type of nigga.
Yeah, but the most niggas though, including myself. If you cross the line that far, we ain't never having no more conversations.
Flocka would have got a restraining order.
See,
we ain't never talking again.
You gotta think about Munchie. Munchie's whole situation was being intelligent when it was confrontational.
Yeah. Right.
Like Munchie has a crazy type of wordplay when he conversates. I be like, sometimes I be looking at this shit and I'm like, damn, how could I say that? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
For him to have the maturity, he knows what's better in his future.
Of course.
Really
no, for sure. Like
him even working with Unc again. He understands, like, I'm a benefit.
Well, we don't know that yet.
You the one that just said it. They're gonna be here.
There ain't no.
No, he never said that he wants Unc gone. You feel me? Or like go from Tuesday show. Which,
but
again,
you just said that they're gonna be here next week.
No, no. I'm saying
you said it.
No,
why would Munchie say he wants
saying if they be back on Tuesday together, I'm looking at the situation a little differently.
Everybody gonna want to see it though, because
it's a play or something, bro. Because I don't feel like nobody is sitting back down with a nigga. Why
would Munchie play his hand like that when he knows 9 times out of 10 Adam is gonna keep Unc on the show because Unc's bringing views right now?
Not over Munchie.
He's tricking himself out of his own.
He's not gonna do that,
especially like if he felt that strongly, he would have dipped.
It's not a big. It's not a big enough deal.
Munchie being mature right now.
It's not a big enough deal for people to say I don't want this person on the show.
Okay.
All that. What we're saying is, Unc is not this innocent character that everyone's trying to make him seem like. Unc crossed the line that day.
Facts.
He was not sincere with his apology, And anyone who's a real gangster or been around the hood, any grown man can see what Unc is doing. And I'm just telling them, you think, because some people from out of town, and I have this problem with my cousins from the South, they think they're way smarter than people from California.
No,
That's what they think.
Not that.
They think they're smarter, and they think they can manipulate us. You gonna manipulate yourself into a casket, my nigga. Keep going.
You don't mean malice though.
I don't mean malice. I'm
him, right?
I'm warning.
He's not. He's not in ill intention, but I do believe that it was purposeful, meaning
Right,
like
100% on purpose.
right. Is he's thinking that, oh shit, this is some type of joke and shit.
Y'all really think he did it on purpose?
He said it twice, my nigga.
It was purposeful, but it wasn't ill intent.
No, he
said-
just did a pod
Damn.
with Munchie a week before
Tay,
that. He knows he's
Tay,
blood.
He says he's a Hoover. Unc is from Hoover.
Is he?
I heard he got a tattoo. Do we
He
really
got
got it tattooed on him?
I guess.
Yes, he do. On his
But
stomach, it says
listen,
Hoover.
Unc is a gang member. You know, if you're a member, you know every diss for the other hood. We
Yeah.
could put a bunch of Crips in here with a bunch of Bloods. The minute those Crips walk in, they're thinking, man, let me make sure I don't say the S word. The minute them Bloods walk in, they make sure I don't say the C
It'd be
word.
many words. It'd be many
be a
type of
lot
words.
of way
other words, yeah.
Exactly.
So
'cause
if you're
it's
a real
bunch of different
gangster,
hoods.
Yeah.
either he's not a real gangster and he's a fraud, right? He wasn't giving SETI no grace when he was saying his Crip car got snatched, right? And he says, I'm smart and I could check myself. Based on his words.
You talking about Seti Nash?
Seti Nash.
Okay, that's my boy.
Based on his words.
Unc said that, to be clear.
Yeah, based on his words, he did it on purpose. If you go by what he says.
I think either way though, like it left like the clip of him doing that like left Munchie looking good because obviously like everyone knows like Munchie's really like with the business, so it's like Munchie's not gonna sit here and crash out over some shit where he knows it's like entertainment and it's just there for the camera, and he's smart. He's smart for doing that.
Yeah.
He's very smart.
He let him know, don't disrespect me, don't cross the line.
Exactly, yeah.
What it is, just people gonna be like, hey man, I would have expected you to go crazy.
To be fair, like so this is one of two things.
And that's why they ain't up here.
It could be like directly coming from Adam, or this could have directly just come from him feeling some type of way because he knew that Munchie didn't want to sit next to him.
Bro, this didn't come
Unc
from
was
Adam.
now
This
dealing
came
with
from
his
Unc, and I think what it was because
exactly. I don't
Munchie was
think it
telling
came
him,
from Adam.
ain't you from Hoover? And he kept talking to him about it. And I think the young boy felt pressed. So he said, okay, I'm going to say this and test the water.
It was passive-aggressive
On the set,
behavior,
yeah.
bro.
Like on babies.
It's textbook. But here's the thing. If I tell you, prime example, if the president give the order, hey, I want you guys to go round up all the illegal immigrant criminals, right? Yeah. And then you start going beyond that, snatching people out of weddings and funerals and stuff. You were given an order, but you executed it in a way. You executed that order in a way that was unsavory or tactless, right? That's what I feel happened. Adam gave the order, hey, bro, we need you to troll hard. We need to get the views up. Because it's clear him and Adam are having some conversations about views.
But Unc already understands the assignment.
But
he knows.
But Unc went too far, bro. He wasn't getting the response he wanted. I'm telling you, I'm going to be real. That show on Tuesday was good. But to me, it didn't have the cohesion of the Tuesday before.
It didn't have the it factor, huh?
It didn't have the it factor. Look,
I wasn't there. She was trying.
I'm going to be Lush. We talked about this last night.
Yeah.
Wait, you called him?
No, I texted him.
Okay.
Look, let's be real. One thing that I bring to the table, I challenge everyone in the room, which compels everyone to talk. Josh just admitted that today. When I said,
I'm not even gonna call in and talk crazy to him. He's talking to us.
I hate this guy, but he's not wrong.
That's what I bring. I'm not saying put me on the Tuesday show. Fuck the Tuesday show. I want this show to be bigger than the Tuesday show. What I'm saying is, it didn't have that, so it looked like Unc trying hard as fuck to get laughs, and everyone in the room was waiting for a moment. Like y'all was like, it's like when you play sports and you give the ball to Jordan, and everybody standing around and just be watching Jordan to see what he's gonna do instead of cutting and moving so they can make a play.
But it's more like if Dennis Rodman could dunk. You feel me? Like and had an outside
17.5 rebounds a game.
No,
Come on
Rodman slander.
But no, I'm just not calling Unc Jordan.
Rodman was that dude.
Yeah, exactly. Unc is Rodman. We're not calling him Jordan.
Unc is Rodman. You can win with him.
We all say the same thing that we all celebrating Munchie for.
Yes.
Munchie
That's
did the right
what I
thing.
wanted to get across.
Yeah, because we just celebrate that.
Right thing.
Like I said, I would expect him to do something different, but let's just celebrate him and his maturity. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, man.
But let me tell you, let me bounce this at you. Munchie a real gangster. He kept his composure. Yo, homie Almighty ain't even a gangster and couldn't even control himself. Now this is an
Here he
indictment on
go.
him. This is an indictment on him.
Flacco, here he go.
Yeah, no, no,
Go ahead, Brandon.
Why do we just Almighty every podcast? Today not
him
Almighty.
Follow the script of the chat. Follow the script of the chat, Brandon.
I'm not saying, listen, I'm
Because
not.
we did it every
no.
show.
Listen,
Here we go.
We're holding you accountable.
Let
to
him
when we were
rock. Let
supposed
him
to
rock.
hold
Let him rock. Let
This
him rock.
is genuine.
Yeah.
This is genuine and authentic.
Yeah.
Everyone comes here. Growth is necessary. Munchie showed growth last night.
Yes.
Almighty been here 3 years, bro. No growth. I'm not doing that to insult him, but what I'm telling you is it's a very good example of how with great power comes great responsibility. Even if
Love
you're
a good
from,
Spider-Man reference.
Yep, and Superman, they use the same line in every damn comic book.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
But listen, here's the thing. That puts onus on every gang member who comes up here. If Munchie, who didn't put in more work than 90% of these homo thugs, this dude can keep his composure. You have no excuse to come to a podcast and crash out.
Yeah.
That's what Munchie was the message. He wasn't just giving a message. Almighty was the failure of it was the failure to deliver on the message.
Man. Hey, listen, man.
Man, free
Y'all
Almighty
low-key
suspect, bro.
Free
I
Almighty,
pray for
man.
suspect. I hope
Sus.
suspect makes it through his
Hey,
situation.
did y'all
man.
exchange?
I'm not gonna tell y'all.
Did y'all exchange the cash apps yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see that live last night.
I'm bringing that shit up every
I'm
time.
like, bro, you
Yeah.
They on my ass
Yeah.
about it, bro.
Confirm yellow and blues.
They on my ass.
I'll be real, bro.
about
Like
it,
the
bro.
person who's confirming it.
No, the police officer, the bailiff
We don't take that
confirmed
person
it.
word for nothing,
The bailiff confirmed it.
It's not from the most reliable source in
Yeah,
this
The
country.
bailiff said
we're being
it.
fair.
He didn't say it. The bailiff said it.
But hey,
Supposedly.
bro,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
bro. Hey, again, from what I thought, like that person is so like unreliable that they probably pay some type of.
That's what I'm saying.
Check
Like,
into it, feel me?
like the quote unquote
But I don't know, man. But
Kenny's the bailiff.
Well, here-
Almighty, as long as we continue to say your name, you'll never be gone.
This-
man,
Man, listen, free that man.
Okay.
What's
then-
CJ?
Yes.
So old CJ is not PC, correct?
That's not peace. They're saying
Oh, okay.
they're
Well,
saying
see how
yellow
that
and
person
blues,
lied?
mental health.
So he.
They're saying yellow and blues, mental health. I mean, it's a wobbler. Well, from court yesterday, the bailiff, if we are to believe the recording, the bailiff said he is in yellow top, blue bottoms,
I mean,
in mental health.
again, not the most reliable source.
Not the most
The
reliable
bailiff
source. I will.
Sounds.
He
crazy.
could have done like a voiceover.
Yeah,
Pay somebody to create fake paperwork.
No,
bro.
literally the
But
bailiff.
that nigga is
Nathan's the bailiff. If I
yeah,
wanted.
yeah,
to
but like he's pathological.
I
with
was
his shit.
there.
Wait, hold on,
The
time
bailiff
out.
said
I'm
this.
lost. So what the bailiff say?
No,
The bailiff confirmed.
No,
the color.
no.
Which, by
no.
the way, which probably
We don't
cost
know.
him his job.
No, we don't know if
Yeah,
bailiff
that's really
said
the
anything.
What the
bailiff.
fuck happened?
Yeah, man. Again, suspect is not in PC as we know it yet. You feel me? Until somebody go to court.
Hey,
I haven't seen.
Wait,
Hey,
time
Flacco.
See
out.
themselves.
All right, you know what? Want to go to the next subject?
Yeah,
Flacco's
man,
in the
come on.
wrong line
All
of
right,
work. You
man.
should be an actor because the way you pretend like you like
a crisis
suspect,
actor.
bruh,
You crisis actor?
you know inside there's a little celebratory midget. Like,
Oh, I can't see. So
You
you
know
pick,
what?
Face Pusha T or
Yeah,
Whoopi Goldberg.
yeah, let's go to
no. Let's do the Ted Cruz topic.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm down to talk about this. This is fire.
Yeah,
Cruz.
because Chrisean and Blueface is the title, so we can just save that for last. Okay, so Ted Cruz said that the Bible
This is fucking crazy.
is the
bro.
justification and reason that like we need for why we should
for Israel's bombing of
Iran, yeah, and why he supports Israel because
Yeah,
the Bible
because that's our
said that we
biggest
should-
problem as Americans, right? Israel, right? That's our biggest problem. That's what we need.
No.
to be
Hey,
addressed
look,
right now, right?
man.
No,
Not really.
But no,
I'm being
sarcastic, I'm being
let's-
sarcastic.
Let's, hey,
silently.
hey, let's talk about the.
Let's actually like play like
Is there
play-
an intro?
Silently.
Yeah, let's actually play the video first so we can
But
all.
shouts to the
hey,
51st
Kenny
state
over there off
of.
that buzz.
Yo,
ball,
the
he
first
turned
thing-
up on
yeah.
this.
No, shouts to the 51st state of the United States of America, Israel. You
Yeah,
feel me?
because
Like,
the
if you
first
don't
thing I
know-
think
Man,
about when I
listen,
wake up in the morning
you are
is, yo,
saying
we need
some
to
real
bomb the
stuff
fuck
right
out
now.
of
Yeah,
this.
shouts
That's
to
the first thing I
Shouts to
fucking...
the 51st state of our nation.
Wait,
Like, I didn't know we was even
wait.
out there like
Oh,
that. We
you-
should be
wait,
able
you
to
just
fly
said
out
you
there
didn't
for
find
free,
what?
right?
You mean the capital?
Yeah, no, Israel. Like,
It is the capital of
Jerusalem
America.
is low-key the
It's
capital.
definitely
of
the capital of
USA.
America.
Did you
That's
just say
not-
like you need to bomb what?
No, like, because honestly,
what?
like, that's the first thing I wake up every single day is, yeah, you know what? Let's bomb Iran, bro. That's my biggest. That's my biggest problem. That's my biggest problem, bro.
Let's listen to the video.
What is going on?
Podcasting.
Yeah, let's actually watch the video first, man. Go ahead.
Growing up in Sunday school, I was taught from the Bible, those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed. And from my perspective, I want to be on the blessing side.
Separation of church and state.
Those who bless the government of Israel?
Those who bless Israel is what it says. It doesn't say the government of, it says the nation of Israel. So that's in the Bible. As a Christian, I believe that.
Where is that?
I can find it to you. I don't have the scripture off the tip of my. You pull out the phone and use the Google.
It's in Genesis. But so you're quoting a Bible phrase. You don't have context for it. And you don't know where in the Bible it is, but that's like your theology? I'm confused. What does that even mean?
Tucker.
I'm a Christian. I want to know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Thank you.
Where does my support for Israel come from? Number one, because biblically we're commanded to support Israel. But number two,
You're a senator. I am allowed to weigh in on this. We are commanded as Christians to support the government of Israel?
We are commanded to support Israel. And what
does that mean, Israel?
We're told those who bless Israel will be blessed.
But hold on, define Israel. This is important. Are you kidding? This is a majority Christian country.
Define Israel? Do you not know what Israel is? That would be the country you've asked like 49 questions about.
So that's what Genesis, that's what God is talking about.
The nation of Israel, yes.
So is that the current borders, the current leadership? He's talking about the political entity called Israel?
He's talking about the nation of Israel.
No, right. So yeah, man. So what's y'all take, man? Do y'all believe that that if you are good good to Israel, that you are blessed, and if you're bad to Israel, you are cursed?
First of all, like just the fact that somebody.
Hold on, can we talk about this?
Yes.
And we're not going to get like.
Yes.
What?
The fact that somebody is trying to
not somebody
radicalize. The fact
Don't
that
say somebody. Yeah.
The fact that a political figure is trying to radicalize based off of a religious passage, which he completely misinterpreted, by the way, and was even unable to define, and act like there's no separation of church and state, and this is being done in a holy way, is so counterintuitive to anything that this guy wants to accomplish, but it's also just like a flat out manipulative lie.
Look, I'll say this, as someone who was born in the year 2000, I was 1 year old when 9/11 happened. What I'm gonna say is that weren't they saying the same shit about Iraq, that they had weapons of mass destruction? Then they basically brainwashed everyone into thinking that was like what was going on.
Facts. They've been saying that about Iran.
No, but here's the thing: we know what's going on. First of all, Iran, North Korea, China and Russia all have an alliance. They're like squatted up. You feel me? They're trying to press our line. You feel me? The only reason Israel really exists, this wasn't just like some cursory thing that we gave to them after the UN gave to them after the Holocaust to kind of like make up for it. Because I'll even tell you, my great grandfather left my family to move to what was at the time called Palestine in the 1940s. Left his family to go study religion. You feel me?
And they turned Palestine.
Now that
after the Rothschilds, that letter,
and it's a whole different thing. But let me just break this down for y'all. The reason why Israel exists is so we have a stronghold in the Middle East where we have all these resources and we're surrounded by motherfucking ops. The only people that America gets along out there are countries that we have bases in, like Kuwait, like Saudi Arabia, the countries that have a lot of money and are fucking super oil rich and all that. And the only fucking people that we rock with are Israel. But they're essentially, there's no difference between America and Israel. They are part of us. Don't get it twisted. That wasn't Israel that bombed Iran. It was us through the auspice of Israel.
And that's why the Middle East fucking hates us, bro. We keep bombing the fuck out of them.
Okay, well, hold on. Can I ask a question?
No. Do we want them to develop nukes? Hell nah. But guess what? That's not really why we bomb them. We bomb them to fucking distract from what the fuck we doing on the Gaza Strip and the fucking insane acts of dehumanization and attempted genocide they're trying to do to the fucking indigenous Palestinian people over there. We know the motherfucking truth, bro.
I feel you.
No, we don't.
Well, like,
I feel him. I felt that. Hey, listen, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's America doing wrong, or do you think it's Israel doing wrong?
There's no difference.
Same thing.
There's no difference.
I'm asking you. No, there's a difference between America and Israel.
Who do you think is the?
Who's the final puppeteer?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That might be above my head. You feel me? Like when it comes down to the intricacies of who's fucking who in the ass at the Bohemian Grove meeting, I don't know.
It's
You feel
definitely
me?
no.
Is it Israel that's really? Is it the? Is
Yeah,
it,
That's my question. I'm asking you.
I don't know. Is the real answer. But everything I just mentioned is pretty fucking obvious.
No, why Israel?
All you need is a cursory level
No.
of world politics and understanding to see what I'm talking about.
No, why Israel has to be like the final puppeteer? Because they go through hell and high waters to manipulate us into getting into their affairs, right? It happened in 2003, right? It always happened. No, but though, and here's why, in terms of this specific conflict, you do have to say, maybe are we too hard on Israel at this moment? Again, for example, if you tell me there's a chance that people who scream death to America could potentially or possibly develop nuclear weapons, I'm like, you know what? If these niggas want to do our dirty work and probably die in the process, do your thing, player. But like, we're not stepping in.
So how do we know they don't already got nukes?
Huh?
How
What?
do we know who is?
Because they would have used them by now.
Would they have?
Yes.
They know the ramifications of a global nuclear war.
let me-
We all saw War Games in 1986.
Lush,
These
I
are
think
jihadists, Lush. Don't give a
Lush.
fuck about no listen, bro.
Lush.
To equate all Iranians and the Iranian government as jihadists
Lush.
is
What?
super problematic.
The
I think that too.
Ayatollah is a jihadist.
But that doesn't encompass the Iranian.
He's
people.
worse than a
Like,
jihadist.
Look, the reason why
No,
Ted
but he's the one's gonna push that button. Lush.
and also let's keep
Hey,
it.
y'all crazy as hell.
And I'm not. We can't put this on Jews. You feel me? We can't say that this is Jewish people's fault.
Shit.
This is the
Alright,
Israeli
it's the government.
government of Israel.
So listen.
Shit.
So
But Netanyahu, is he really doing this?
did
for
you just call him Netanyahu? I know Netanyahu. It
New
sounded
York
like
Netanyahu? All right,
He said
You feel me?
Net-
Shout out to Yahoo, man.
Hey, so let's so listen for the audience, right? Okay, Ted Cruz is absolutely wrong, right? He's a Republican. I'm a Republican. He's just misquoting the Bible to try to justify what's going on over there. There's a scripture in the Bible at Genesis, the 12th chapter, verse 3. And in the book, God is talking to Abraham. And he says, anyone who blesses you will be blessed. Anyone who curses you will be cursed. Okay, on one hand, you could say that that's a promise to an individual person. But because it's the Bible, we're saying this is his offspring, right? Whoever blesses your offspring will be blessed. Whoever curses your offspring will be cursed. But the problem is the people who are in Israel, it's arguable or debatable whether or not they are viewed by God as the offspring of Abraham. Because if you go to Galatians, the 3rd chapter, it says that people who place faith in Jesus are the true descendants of Abraham.
Okay.
They don't put faith in Jesus, so it's
But you could literally take any word in the Bible and radicalize it.
But what I'm telling you is, if
like
you
literally,
what I'm saying is,
whatever your belief
if you
system
go
is.
based on if you're going by the Bible, which we only can talk about the Bible because that's what Ted Cruz was referencing. Even if you are saying I'm a Christian and I'm going by the Bible, what Tucker should have said or could have said was like, well, the Bible tells us, based on the Bible, that those people over in Israel are not the descendants of Abraham anymore. They are just whoever they are. The descendants are people who put faith in Jesus Christ. Now, here's the thing. I'm 100% with Israel. I'm 100% with the United States in bombing Iran for the simple fact that Iran funds Hamas, and Hamas did some hoe-ass shit when they did that stuff to Israel.
But wasn't Hamas funded by us? By our CIA?
We funded Hamas. Israeli government has funded Hamas.
Exactly.
My thing is this. Iran gave Hamas money. Once Joe Biden gave Iran billions of dollars, which he shouldn't have given, they then used that money to fund Hamas. Hamas used that money to then plot a terrorist attack on Israel, and they didn't go after soldiers. They went after civilians and captured 100 and something hostages.
But real quick. So you mean to tell me that one of the most secure borders in the entire world, with the exception of North and South Korea, probably the most secure, all of a sudden, just one day had a huge breach in their security system?
That's a dumb argument, Lush, right? Because that don't matter
That's a
too,
dumb
right?
argument? How?
He's right.
Nah,
Right?
but hold on. You said
Even if we baited them and said, okay, we dare your bitch ass to roll up.
Yes. Yes.
If you roll up into my house and you die,
No,
you still wrong. It's not. Oh my God, you didn't know.
That's a high key point. Even if you
it's a dumb. It's a dumb argument, Lush.
Hey, you guys are highly intelligent, bro. Like for you guys to pick up on that immediately.
that made a lot of sense right there.
That's not the point, though. The point is that this was even allowed to happen. Like you guys are just blindly.
Why is
blame from
Lush?
Really?
When Yasser Arafat was the leading Palestine,
okay,
Palestine was
the
making
90s,
in the 90s. Palestine was making leaps and bounds in their journey to be recognized as an independent state, as a nation. The Palestinian people in Gaza Strip decided to get rid of Yasser and chose to let Hamas, a terrorist group, become their government. So everything Hamas does, just answer this, is that true or false?
That's a mischaracterization.
Is it true or false?
That is true, Brandon.
That's a mischaracterization.
So what I'm telling you,
there's
when you decide, I get it, it's not, it's
Correct.
a nuanced situation.
Correct.
But what I'm telling you, when you, as a group of people, decide to allow a terrorist regime to be your government, you now deal with the repercussions of whatever they do. So it's hard for me to feel sorry for them because they had a chance to give their children a future, but they were so hardened in their hatred of Israel. And we know they've hated them for 2,000 years. We keep making Palestinians out like they're the good guys. They're just as bad because they've been fighting this war they mutually agreed to fight for 2,000 years. But when you're losing, all of a sudden we're the victim. Come save us.
All right, Brandon, hold on. So on the map, when the map in let's say 1940s era, the map said Palestine, if I'm not mistaken.
It never said that.
You're not mistaken.
It never said that,
right?
Lush. It never said that.
I've seen.
Can we pull up a map from 1952 Middle East?
I've seen a couple maps, Brandon. And I've seen one. I think it was took from a Bible.
1936.
Let's go 1936.
Sure.
Let's go. Let's do it.
There's never been a country known as Palestine.
I've seen one picture and it said Palestine.
That's a picture. And also understand, those people were nomadic. So they moved all over the place in that region.
Because they were being oppressed.
No, they've been nomads for 2,000 years, Lush. That ain't got nothing to do with oppression.
They got ran up out of their spot.
They got ran up out of their spot.
We got the picture, Josh?
What's up?
We got the picture?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We're going to look at this picture right now.
I mean,
we got to get to another subject, though, man. We get real political, man.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I definitely want to talk about this Pusha T situation, too, after this.
Yeah. With that being said, though, at this point, what's going on is nothing short of an attempted genocide, bro.
What?
Yeah.
That's what it seems like to me.
In Gaza? Are you talking about Gaza or Iran?
I'm talking about Gaza.
I'm talking about Gaza.
I blame Iran 100%. Don't poke the bear. You gave them every excuse they needed.
But even with Iran, like, do you think that Israel was just jumping the gun by just attacking without really confronting with us and talking about it? Because we didn't get no go for them to do it, and it does says Israel.
That's not an accurate map.
No, go get an accurate map. There was never a country.
Hold on, because that does says Israel right there. But I've seen one that said Palestine.
100%.
You got to go back to before Israel was created. Israel wasn't created until 1957?
Yeah, until after World War II.
Yeah, Israel wasn't even in existence.
No,
Israel has existed.
I'm about to say
that land that they're calling Israel right now was not designated until after 1950, bro.
I'm about to say if it was just created in 1950s, then that means there was somebody there.
Yes.
No.
Jews did live there. Hebrews lived there for thousands of years.
It was a mixture of people.
Thousands of years.
But I'm saying,
just like it's a mixture of people now.
Brandon, what I'm saying is, if it wasn't called Israel until the 1950s, what you just said, it had to have been called something before that.
No, it's been Israel for over 2,000 years.
So you saying they called it
Israel in the Bible? Like,
think
about
the Torah.
It's in the Levant. If you're entering from Asia into Egypt, right? You have to go through the Levant. It's always been Israel. That's why Israel was always getting their ass whooped, because every government that wanted to conquer Egypt, they had to conquer Israel first.
But all those. But the thing is, Israel that it means so many different things in so many different contexts. Like, for example,
it could be the people or the land.
Like
that's what I'm thinking about. The people.
Haile Selassie
was it the people that was there?
Supposedly,
I'm thinking about
Cut
people,
it out, man.
not the land.
Cut it out.
It can refer the term Israel can refer to the people or the land.
So was it the majority of people was Israel?
Well, Israel was a mix of people. It wasn't.
It still is.
So
it still is.
Well, the Arabs and Persians were there I think they were like more like heavily concentrated in Israel than what we know as now like the Jews, right?
Arabs and Persians.
There's been Hebrews and Muslims in that.
That's what I'm saying. What was the majority?
Thousands of years.
What was the majority?
Hebrews.
Yeah, originally,
Hebrews were the majority.
Per my understanding.
Do you think that they had a different name for it before it was called?
It was
well, that's the thing. That's what I was trying to explain. That
It's
name
just-
Israel
it's just
has
different
been
borders.
like appropriated and used in so many different contexts.
Okay, they're all. Let's put it like this:
religiously,
they're all Arabs.
Mm-hmm.
Hebrew is a
Yes.
specific designation of a group of Arabs. Israel is a religious cult made up of Arabs, right?
Okay.
So we're Israelites because we worship a certain God.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Jebusites or the Gideonites. They worship different gods. So they are the ites. They're all the ites, right? But in reality, it's actually they're all blood relatives, but they just have they're sectarian. They're broken up based on religious beliefs.
It's damn near like gangbanging, bro.
That's exactly what
I
it
ain't
is.
gonna. That's wild.
Don't say Josh.
Nah, but that was a wild way to even like.
Nah.
Shout
out to Ted Cruz, man.
Because look, in the Bible it says it tells the Israelites, do not abhor the Edomite because he is your brother. He's your brother. He just worship a different God from you, right? That's all it's about. If you worship Yahweh, you're an Israelite. If you worship freaking Baal, you whatever else, you would.
They're all in with the ites.
They all ites.
I'm gonna tell you.
But y'all talking about.
I'm gonna tell you if they're the ites.
That's our new word.
Okay, but y'all talking
The
about
ites.
like history though. Like, are y'all ready to like really like go to war for this shit? Because this is
I'm
probably
ready.
what's gonna happen.
I
You're
ain't
ready.
going to war
Okay,
for
so
shit
you
unless I
you are
believe in
down.
it.
So everyone here is down.
Not
to
for
fight
Israel,
a
though.
war.
I'm
That's
down.
what I'm saying. Like, it's not. It's
wait,
not.
Wait, though. Again, there's two different questions here. Our conflict with Iran directly, them screaming death to America,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Bro, again, wipe them out just because of that.
Yeah.
Because them and Israel got conflict, fuck Israel. I don't give a fuck what
but
happens
that's
over there.
That's what Ted Cruz is saying.
that out right.
Because they scream
that's
death to
her.
America, that's enough.
The thing about listen, man.
Get them out of here.
Listen,
This
man.
Israel
Ted
niggas don't- I don't
Cruz
give a fuck,
is
fuck,
using
fuck,
religion
fuck,
to
fuck.
brainwash.
Muslim.
Let me tell you this.
No.
Let me tell you this.
No.
I'm gonna side with Israel for the simple fact, if I have to
What
go to
happened
the
to
Middle East, I would rather go to a Middle East that's dominated by Israel than a Middle East dominated by Iran.
Because you're American.
No,
Yes.
Iran. Listen, bro. Iran oppresses their women extremely. They're under Sharia law. The Ayatollah, literally, when the Shah was deposed, when Iran used to be a modern country. Women could drive, go to school, go to college, get your education. People were literate. People were working. They had a huge middle class making money. The Ayatollah came in. He destroyed all that. He literally dumbed his population down so he could oppress them while still doing what? Operating like a slave of America. Because Khomeini still sells billions of dollars worth of oil to the United States every month.
That's the real thing.
He's
that this is
kissing
about.
the U.S.'s ass out of one side of his lips like this, but then out of the other side, he's saying death to America. He is an absolute fraud.
But that's
and those
the-
people are oppressed, living
that's
under
the arrogance,
fraud.
though. No, wait, though, right. Bro, that's the
Israelites
arrogance,
are at
though.
the door for you.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Nah,
mama,
but
son.
Yeah, nah.
There's a lot of
that's
black,
the arrogance, though,
there's
of like
purple
us, right?
and yellow outside.
Yeah.
Okay, but how much do you think?
Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
No. But like that's like the arrogance of us as like Americans, right? Bro, we could say, yo, hey, listen, man, like how they run their country is fucked up, but that's their right as like a sovereign nation, right?
Yep.
They have a right to run their country how they want to run it. Us saying, yo, let's bomb them because we don't like how they treat their women. I feel like that's not our business.
We don't listen.
Death to America, that's our business.
Flacco, we don't care about how they run their country. We care about the fact that they're screaming death to America every morning when they wake up for coffee.
I think that's something for us to be on.
And this is the big thing. Also, we know that if they get the means, they will start launching terror attacks on every country they don't like. We already know this because we saw what happened on
And
October
that's my
7th.
point.
And so what I'm telling you is when you look at Dubai, when you look at Qatar, you look at Kuwait, these are Arab countries, even Iraq. Y'all pronouncing it wrong, by the way. It's not Iran, it's Iran. So just know that. But the thing is, if you look at Iraq, these countries also are ruled by Muslim Islamic regimes, right? That's fine. Iran got smoke for us. And if somebody's about the enemy of my enemy is my friend, have you forgot about that? Have you guys forgot that saying? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Iran wanted the smoke. They got it. They clearly can't handle it. I don't feel sorry for them at all.
Okay,
You
but
talk
my
big, now you're getting dealt with.
My question to you guys is, how much do you think is this Ted Cruz saying what he's saying because he really believes that in the Bible it says that, or because Israel's one of the only, or probably the only country that doesn't have to register to lobby for politicians in America?
Okay.
You think they paying him?
Iran.
Hold on. Let's dissect what he just said.
Israel's the
Do you
only
think-
country that doesn't have to
I'm asking you a
register.
question. Do you think they paying him?
Absolutely.
Can Ted Cruz?
Yes, absolutely.
Because listen,
they're lobbying
just
in
to
America.
knock into this. This was Tucker Carlson, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was the same interview where he asked him, does he know the population of
yeah.
Iran?
Right.
And then he also asked about what's the designated
Exactly,
people,
yeah.
and he was like, he didn't know nothing about Iran.
Yeah, he's just getting.
That's what
Y'all
I'm
see
saying.
the Trump hands? You see the Trump hands coming out?
So I
It's a lot of
think
lies.
that a lot of this doesn't have to do with the religion. He's just saying that to brainwash all these super Christian people from the South, all these super Christian people from everywhere that believe in their fucking religion, right? Wait, let me finish. I think what he's trying to do is to brainwash them into thinking, okay, this is what God thinks for me is right. But no, bro, what's actually happening is that Israel is the only country that doesn't have to register to be able to lobby politicians in the United States. And bro, who's it to say that Ted Cruz didn't just get a fucking bag to say this to Tucker Carlson? And Tucker Carlson, low-key, I'm not gonna lie, he went a little bit too hard in this interview and made himself look like kind of a clown.
Adam 23
But he
bomb.
did expose the way that, Ted Cruz doesn't really believe this
How
shit.
did
He just
Tucker
got a
make himself
fucking
look like a
bag.
clown?
But what I'm telling you is, you got it in reverse. It's not Ted Cruz brainwashing people. It's the fact that you don't understand the country you live in. This is a Judeo-Christian country where 54% of the population believes that we should stand with Israel no matter what.
But why though?
Listen, you're moving the goalpost. What I'm telling you is the word politician comes from the word populist. Populist mean whatever the people think, that's what I say, right? The people think, majority of the people in this country, 54%, believe we should be tied to Israel at the hip. So Ted Cruz is doing his job. He is echoing the sentiments of the people who put him in office.
Okay, so do you think the majority of the people in the United States want to go to war over something that is happening in the Middle East that has nothing to do with them?
I don't agree with you with that one, Brandon.
Nothing to do with them.
Listen, bro.
but Brandon's right,
54% of America. I don't know if you listen to what I just said. They just did a poll, and this has always been the way it is forever since before we were born. 54% of America, and probably way more than that who don't participate in polls, believe that Israel is the chosen people of God and that we should stand with them no matter what.
So what is the population of people?
What
that
if
are
we don't
from
stand
Israel
with them? Do we go to hell?
Because I'm pretty sure they make up kind of a small population, bro. Like what? Why? It doesn't make sense to me that everyone in the country is down to die.
No,
over some shit that's happening in the
that's not
other
true,
side
though.
of the world that has nothing to do with
Listen,
us.
Our grandmothers and our great-grandparents and our mothers, if they are religious, if you ask them, is Israel God's chosen people? If they are Christians, they will say yes. Should we stand with them in war, even if they're wrong? They will say yes.
But the majority of people are anti-going to war, though. That's not true, though. No, we see the poll, brother. Again, the majority of Americans.
Where's the poll?
Let's pull up the poll.
The majority of Americans
Pull it up, Nathan. Let's pull
are
up the poll
against
right
going to war,
Bro,
which is
so you say-
why we voted for Trump.
So you saying if we don't ride with
here's
Israel,
the thing,
we're
though.
not
No,
chosen
people voted
children
for
of
Trump
God?
because they thought that they was gonna make
Keep
like
us out of war.
they thought that that Trump was gonna make shit about Americans primarily, and to a lot of Americans that
Yes.
voted for Trump, especially someone like Candace Owens,
Yes.
she doesn't see. Boom,
Yeah.
bro.
No,
like
boom.
so.
But you're not listening.
Yeah, come on,
bro,
yeah.
because why the fuck it doesn't make sense to anybody to go to war in the Middle East or
Listen,
something?
I'm a real researcher. You can't just throw out a fact with no context and then, oh yeah, bro, it's a nuanced question. Do people believe we should stand with Israel?
How about we pull it in the chat?
Listen,
Pull it in the chat.
Pull it in the chat.
Why don't we just the chat?
Yeah,
is not,
the
bro,
chat are
you're-
American
Chat it
citizens,
up.
right?
90% of your chat doesn't even vote. So you have to.
But this is a.
It don't matter.
But we have
This
to
is
know.
America, Brandon.
Listen.
Brandon, real quick. You don't see the irony of these people in the Midwest, these corn-fed,
Lush.
ignorant, brain-dead motherfuckers
Lush.
who are literally like epitomize the MAGA, Christian American ideology, who are pretty much anti-Semites at their core, rocking with and trying to feverishly defend Israel and misrepresent the Bible to serve a political agenda. Do you not see the
you are asking,
the blatant
that's what it looks like to me.
You are
fucking retarded,
you are
Brandon.
listen, he is simply asking why something is the way it is. I am giving him the answer. He does not like that answer, so now he's trying to do a poll in the chat. Well, do you see how pointless that is?
First off, you brought up a poll that we don't even see.
Right.
What I'm saying is, let's get a direct
they
poll from the chat.
Poll. Nathan,
hold on, they're gonna pull up a poll. But you made a point.
Yeah.
You guys
were
tried
just
to say
answering
that
the question. You were just telling me why it's happening like this.
Do you realize that listen, when people were screaming, defund the police and make us less safe, the politicians don't believe that, but because the people who support them were saying that, they got on board with that nonsense.
But what you're missing is that they're giving them money.
When you listen, bro, I'm trying to tell you something. They care more about having their position than money. Because if they don't take your money, their position allows them to go take other people's money and get money. If they're not a politician, the money stops. So they fall on the side of public sentiment. Yeah. And you may not know this.
All politicians do that.
Right. There's something in America called the silent majority. People who will not argue publicly with you about politics, but they have a sentiment and they go and they use that to guide their voting. There is a huge number of people in America who support Israel no matter what.
This is not a credible site, right? No. Pull up like The Economist or the YouGov poll, right? Like I
pull up the Pew Research.
Oh yeah. Here.
Pull up Pew
I
Research.
fucking love Pew, bro.
Yeah.
Pull up Pew Research because I already looked this up on Pew Research. I'm trying to tell y'all. Pull up Pew.
No, this is a good one, right?
They're probably funded by Israel too,
right? The Economist and right.
You can't make that argument for everything. At this
point. According to YouGov, 53% of I think Americans are anti-us intervening in this Israel and Iran conflict and going to war for
How many?
Israel.
This is our but what people don't get is this is our beef. Israel is America. That's what I think people are
But if that's what it is, then just let it be known.
Do you guys
let it be known to everyone?
Let's say these numbers are accurate and 53% disapprove and 47% approve. Yeah. Do you realize that that's still a humongous number of Americans who approve of us participating?
Yeah.
And let me tell you this. Everyone who gets called is not someone who's participating in the political process. On top of that, majority of people who don't approve of it, are they going to go write their congressman, go try to make sure their congressman does what they think? The people who are the 47%, those people are more politically active.
Why did Israel drop those bombs?
But this is the thing, though. You just literally made an argument saying that you either...
First of all, they didn't drop any bombs on Iran initially. If you did your research, you would know that Israel infiltrated Iran a year ago. So when they what they did was...
I'm talking about these most recent bombings.
This is the most recent. They activated their operatives that were already inside of Iran. They had trucks that were loaded with ground-to-air missiles.
Semantics.
I wanted to bring that because I thought it was cool.
It is cool.
I thought it was freaking fucking awesome. The reason why they're doing it is because they are under the impression that Iran is getting close to the ability to enrich uranium to the point where it could be used in nuclear weapons.
Okay, is it possible that they've already had that ability for
They don't have that
decades?
Ability. They don't have that ability.
Is it possible?
If they had it, we would know.
That Iran, previous to this...
Bro, they've been saying Iran
have...
They've been saying the same thing for 30 years, bro.
But they did it because Iran walked away. Listen,
bro, they've been saying the same thing for 30 years,
Okay, thank you.
Listen, they did it because Iran walked away from negotiations about their nuclear program.
Sure. Because they weren't agreeing with Israel.
No, because they don't want inspectors to come into the country to make sure they're not enriching
uranium. But what about when Israel, when JFK had inspectors go over there and they faked their whole thing?
To be fair, though...
Am I lying, though?
You're not lying.
Wait, to be fair, which is why I also see the Iran side, but I'm still saying fuck Iran, no weapons whatsoever, and bomb them if they scream just America. But Israel don't allow inspectors either, and Israel allegedly have nukes themselves. So hence,
allegedly,
bro,
they got nukes.
They got nukes.
Yeah,
allegedly,
right?
They got nukes. They got nukes in America right now.
Israel actually stole their nuclear nukes from America.
So wouldn't it be in America?
Pakistan and India can have nukes, then Israel should probably be able to have nukes as well, right?
Wouldn't it be in America's best?
Iran should say, hold on, if India, Pakistan, and Israel got nukes and they around,
why can't we have no nukes? We right by them.
because you scream that's America. But yeah, go ahead.
No,
Kenny.
basically what I was gonna say is like it's in America's best interest to make sure that like even if it's kept under wraps that Israel does have nukes just because of how intertwined the politics are. And basically like I think we should just put a fucking poll up on the chat because it looks like everyone's asking for a fucking poll.
I'll be honest, guys. Like,
man, this is ridiculous.
I feel like
crazy war.
I feel like the question is, do the no jumper chat right now represents the
America's best interest.
America's opinion on the Israel and Iran conflict?
No.
Do they represent America's best interest or Israel's best interest?
Listen, man, I'm telling you like this.
Yeah,
90% of you have never been to the Middle East.
Yeah.
I have been there.
That's true.
Talking to people in the Middle East, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Oman, they want to be more like Israel than Iran. They understand that Iran, and I'm not saying they want to be like Israelite or Jewish people. What I'm saying is they're looking at the future and saying, why doesn't my kid have the opportunity that the kids in America have, in Canada, in wherever else? So if you want, if the Middle East wants to move into the modern era, Iran needs to be put in check.
Okay, but what about, have you spoken to people from Syria? Have you spoken to people from
Yeah,
Lebanon?
one of my best friends is from Syria.
Okay, so what about what Israel's done to
And
those
you know what they
countries?
say? And you know what they say? You know what my friend from Syria said? He lives here. He literally went to Gaza Strip last year at the end to help people who were getting blown up. He said, why don't all the Muslim nations that surround the Gaza Strip intervene and help those people? He said the only people who could help, he said only God can help Gaza because there's too many Islamic nations who want to make money and be prosperous, then stand on the laws of Islam, which command them to intervene right now against an enemy of an Islam of a Muslim.
But here's the thing.
So why you want us to have sympathy when they're ignoring their own commands?
But here's the thing.
It's all about money.
Here's the thing. People are like, those people are compromised because they have essentially.
These are countries.
Been infected. Correct.
These are countries.
Correct. They've been westernized. They've been infected by America's.
What's
system.
happening right now in Egypt?
Same shit.
Muslim brother. There are people right now in Egypt getting beat up because they've traveled from around the world to Egypt to march to Gaza. Egypt will not let them leave.
Right, but
they took their passports, beat them up, so they can't march on a humanitarian mission to Gaza.
And that's the thing. So if it wasn't for America, Iraq would have fucking taken over Saudi Arabia and Kuwait back in the 90s.
I don't know about beat up though, right?
They're getting beat up, dog.
They rejected them.
No, they're in Egypt already.
But Egypt said like y'all turn around and leave.
No, they forced them into these enclosures.
Yeah.
They beat them up. They took all their passports, threw them in a pile on the ground, beat some of them up. They redistribute the passports, order them to leave the country.
But here's the thing: what Muslim nations around them are supposed to intervene? Like what?
Egypt, Lebanon.
Okay, hold on.
Syria,
Jordan.
Hold on.
Iran.
Okay,
shit.
Okay,
get over there and handle business.
So let's talk about these countries. Syria has been absolutely obliterated.
So?
Okay, absolutely. So how are they have no resources to fight a war?
Bro, listen. Lebanon is fine. Hezbollah's fine. Egypt is fine.
Those fools are in the mix. Lebanon is not fine.
Lebanon is fine. Lebanon is fine.
Look. Look at the consistency,
Look at the poll, Brandon.
Brandon, look at the
fucking poll,
consistency.
Brandon. There's your metrics right there, bro.
I'll be real, bro. I'm on Brandon's side of this thing.
Now
I don't feel like
who's the third president of the United States and see if they can answer that.
Come on, bro. You always trying to move the goalposts.
They are like kind of like they are like far left though.
Okay, Flacco, are you down to go boots on the ground, Call of Duty mode, go to fucking the Middle East? Are you down? Like, are you down? Because okay, bro, I don't think like anyone else is like.
I'm telling you, if you
Brandon, would you go?
When I'm of course, because I like adventure. But what I'm telling you is when people I'm an American, they won't mess with me. But the thing I'm telling you is
they'll definitely not fuck with you.
Guys don't
listen.
What you guys don't understand, probably because you've probably never been out the country. Not to like somewhere over there. I have. I've been all over the world.
He was gonna say Mexico.
What I'm telling you, I didn't say Mexico. But
I don't even.
He was gonna say you probably been to Mexico.
No, I didn't.
He was gonna say Jalisco.
Listen.
Tijuana.
Americans.
You probably been to Guadalajara.
Americans are spoiled to the point where they can be ignorant. That American passport means something. when you can go pretty much anywhere in the world, and if you got that, when I was in Abu Dhabi, and I went to go see the worker camp, because what y'all don't know is they keep all the workers in the desert. They make them live in the desert. It's not sweatshops. They just can't live in the city because they can't afford it, and they need to be in close proximity to the city to go to work. So buses take them out to the desert.
hot.
It's tents and shit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. People with the worst sunburn you ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
When I went over there and I technically wasn't supposed to be over there, and the police pulled up, when I showed that passport, okay, my brother, get back in your Uber and get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Versus if I would have showed a passport from freaking Guadalajara, my ass would have been cooked. They'd have beat my ass and threw me
You mean
out.
Mexico, not because Guadalajara is a
I know
city.
it's a state. It's
so
a
look,
state.
so look,
I need a Guadalajara
is
passport
a state or a
ASAP.
city?
Jalisco's a state. Guadalajara is a city,
It's inside of Jalisco.
which is a state.
Okay,
Not
clarify me. I
Okay,
just
cool,
wanna know.
awesome. So look,
Is that where Canelo Alvarez is from?
so Tel Aviv, maybe. So Tel Aviv just got, or some city, probably Tel Aviv just got bombed. Their stock exchange or the economic. So they basically just had their first 9/11 today. So
You mean Tehran?
Or no. No, it was.
Tehran is a city in
What's
Iran.
where?
Tel Aviv's in Israel.
But where they just bombed like a stock exchange or like
Tehran has to be.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well then, what I was about to say is completely fucked. Then.
Wait, what?
We gotta do our research.
No, wait,
We
I have to
got
know
do
because
our
if it's Tel
research.
Aviv, then
we
it's
gotta
time
do our
for us to go
research,
to
bro.
war. Because
Let's go
if it's Tel Aviv,
So-
then like according to you,
They're
if we
bombing
need-
Tel Aviv right now.
Okay, if according to you, because I just saw it on Grand Wizard.
No, Tel Aviv Stock Exchange.
Chat you know what I'm talking about, right? the Tel Aviv
he's right,
Stock
Tel Aviv-
Exchange, right?
yeah.
So they just had their 9/11 essentially. So does that mean that we have if that's the case, that we should go to war now?
Economically,
Yeah. So like what's your opinion
What I
on
would
that?
tell, so first of all, I think your context is a little bit off base because 9/11 happened when there was no war going on. Their stock exchange was hit by a missile while they are actively in a missile exchange with another country. If you throw missiles at someone and they throw them back, something gonna get hit. So that was nothing like 9/11. 9/11 was an unprovoked. We know it was provoked.
All right, let
but
me
it was-
ask, I'm about to ask
let
you,
me put this
Brandon,
out.
let me ask
It
you a
was an
question.
unprovoked attack.
Do you think that was the Middle East, or do you think that was an inside job?
I think that was George Bush.
It was Drake.
I think that
It
was George
Drake. Drake did 9/11.
I think that
Drake
was George
did
Bush.
it.
Drake did it.
No, listen, guys.
OVO. It was
Guys,
OVO.
Bro,
Guys,
OVO.
I'm not gonna.
OVO air.
I'm
What?
not
Bush
gonna.
not Netanyahu.
I'm not gonna
Drake.
deny.
Drake did it.
Stop. You stupid.
No, I'm
Drake
telling
did
you right
9/11
now, like, I just thought
confirmed.
about it. Drake did 9/11.
No, we're talking. No. Wait, isn't there like more of an argument for Netanyahu than Bush?
I mean,
Back-
If we are going,
is there a difference? Has been my whole
Bush is the
point.
face of
if
the
we are
United
trying to go
States.
through like the conspiracy route, right?
If you really ask me,
Netanyahu
Yeah.
wrote a book. Netanyahu, right? I don't mean
you good?
but Netanyahu, whatever his name is, fuck it. He wrote a book, and he was talking about terrorism. And in that book, I think it was made in like the 80s, the early 80s, maybe the mid 80s. But he was talking about terrorism, and he actually mentioned them hitting the buildings in New York.
Yeah.
I think he said the Empire State Building at the time. But it was like for him to foreshadow these things happening.
Here, Deck, why don't you? It's my boy, Deck. He's
Yeah,
from Ghetto Fresh Clothes.
yeah, there's-
Sit down, bro.
Yeah, there's no look.
We got a
See right here, and then there's a mic right there somewhere.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to the
so
chat.
these things, for him to foreshadow these things.
about William Cooper?
Yeah,
No,
move wherever you're
I'm talking
comfortable.
about Netanyahu. Did I say
He
his name
wrote
right?
the book
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
80s.
But
Yeah.
For him to foreshadow these things, and then for them to kind of come to our fruition,
Exactly.
it's kind of like, bro, and then you're in complete.
Oh, you talking about Cooper?
That's what I thought. I thought
He held a pale horse.
Hold a pale horse.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you saw.
Okay, that's the book.
That's the book.
Yeah,
bro.
Netanyahu was
Okay.
president
I
of
didn't
Israel.
read the book. I seen that.
Hey, he predicted 9/11, my
Yes.
boy. He predicted 9/11.
Exactly.
A little bit different, but the same shit.
But it was like, bro,
And he got
real-
assassinated, bro. Hey, fam.
he did it.
Hey, on
Look,
God, he
he-
got assassinated
that's the thing,
a year
though.
after that shit happened, after 9/11.
The boy,
And the book came out in like
shit.
92.
I think the man is corrupting the world.
Who?
Netanyahu.
Yeah, he's janky.
Hey, I ain't going that far, homie.
He's
The thing,
janky.
what
I need
listen,
my job, bro. You feel me?
listen, the
I need my YouTube
conspiracies,
channel, man.
the conspiracies are
Yeah.
fine. Like, I believe George Bush was responsible for 9/11. Like, I'm not denying anything. The only thing I'm referencing or talking about is when you look at things at a macro level, do you want Iran to dominate the Middle East or do you want Israel? Because Iran is on the side of China and all those people.
Right.
Israel's on our side. You live in America, so it's in your best interest that America not get bombed.
But they just tell us the truth. Just be like, hey, they are part of us now.
Well, you know the truth, so why they gotta tell you? What's
I
understood?
agree with you. Why don't they just be open about
What's
it?
understood?
Why is it so
listen,
secretive, homie?
What's understood doesn't need to be
It
explained.
is if it's geopolitical war, bro.
If you do a soft Google search on like how things are managed around the world, you know the ultimate truth that you only need. What is oil traded based on?
Gold standard.
No, it's not the dollar.
Okay, which
Come
is
on,
based-
y'all gotta do
which
some
is
research.
based on
No,
the
you're
gold
right,
standard.
you're right.
So when you
Which is
control,
based on the
so
gold
whatever
standard.
country, why would all these countries agree to trade oil on dollars and they don't got dollars?
Because they want technology. They need
No,
what we got.
what I'm telling you
Well, it's an
is,
actual resource.
he who controls the energy controls the world.
But here's the
So
fucked up thing
America is on top.
But we have all those resources out here, like in our land. And this is like because of the Dakota pipeline, things like that, we don't have full access to them and this is where like I'm kind of like, damn, liberals, y'all kind of got the game fucked up because we're not able to monetize our own resources due to like our own political issues, right?
America?
Yeah.
Well, the problem with the liberals is they're so brainwashed on this like environmentalist crap.
That's what I'm trying
Every
to
time
say.
they get in office, they seriously hurt
Don't wanna
America's
talk about these super
ability.
chats?
We will. They seriously hurt the American people's ability to capitalize on our own resources. But that's why these executive orders are bad, because Trump came in and Biden came in and he hurt the American people's ability to make money off of natural gas, right? But here's the problem. Biden signed a order to stop the export of natural gas. When the Secretary of the Treasury and the minority leader went in before him and said, "Well, President Biden, why did you sign an executive order to stop the export of natural gas?" Joe Biden said, "What? I never signed that."
No, Joe Biden said orange. Crayon.
He said, "No." Joe Biden said
Say anything.
Yeah, he said orange.
Joe Biden said, "No, I didn't. I signed an executive order to study the export of natural gas." They said, "No, Mr. President, we have it right here. You cost America billions of dollars in revenue by stopping the export of natural gas." That shows you what? The guy wasn't signing anything. The people behind him were manipulating him.
We know that.
Hurting the country.
Bro literally had cancer. Like,
wait, but let's have like Tate choose or Brandon choose. So we have two topics left: the Chrisean and the Pusha T shit. But Chrisean is in the title. But if we don't choose it, we just have to update the title. Okay?
It's in the title.
Yeah, so like you can update it from right there.
Do Chrisean.
We didn't hear the other one. What's the other option?
Pusha T and Travis Scott.
Chrisean.
I mean, what is it? Hey, listen, Pusha T got at Travis Scott. Travis Scott got to do something back. He act like he tough.
Travis
over
Scott
that.
don't got to do shit back.
Nah,
He's
right.
like,
Yes, he does, bro. He's talking to a real hip hop head, and this man is really disrespecting you. You got to
Travis
stay
Scott-
with
I
me.
agree.
But it's
I agree.
Pusha T.
It
Travis
don't
Scott
matter.
is not
Do
responding
something.
to Pusha T, bro.
Do something.
So
No,
we need
why?
But he ain't going
So
to.
Travis
though.
Scott the
Like an
topic
ant
then?
in Travis Scott.
Nah, we over.
Pusha
Nah, go to Chrisean. Go to Chrisean.
yeah, we'll do Chrisean.
We do the Chrisean. We want.
we did
But
this
I think the
yesterday
Chrisean stuff
anyways.
is actually crazy. I
Well-
seen a video of her in the house, 72 hours, I think.
Yeah.
And, man.
Well, no, this is 48 hours. So Blueface apparently kicked her out, even though she's with her kid. And people are, I guess, giving like Blueface like some backlash. But the majority of the backlash has gone to her because apparently Blueface said that he only allowed her to move back in with the kid because he learned that his son, who turns 2 years old in a month and a half, still can't walk.
Oh,
So
he has autism.
we don't know. Yeah, right. Wait, you got kids, right, or no?
I got a daughter, yeah.
Yes. So what is it? Autism or is it just?
It could be something else though. It might be something with his bones, some fucked up shit with his spine. Who knows,
Or
bro?
is it possible that it's
you
like,
got kids too, right?
Yeah, but I believe they were already saying that something was developmentally wrong with the child.
The fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah, so since I work
aren't
with
they
autistic,
related too?
since I work with autistic children, one of
Salute
the
you for that.
number one
Salute you
signs.
for that.
Thank you. One of the signs of autism is they learn to walk late, probably around 5 years old. So if he's 2 and he's not walking, I'm already thinking autism. That's one of
I
the
pretty much be
biggest
thinking every
signs.
kid's autistic now. If
Yeah.
I'm being honest, like
Nah, but kids is running around at damn
Nah,
11.
But actually, no. Kids are getting smarter though, bro.
Kids are developing quicker.
but I feel
That's
like
facts. Because I got
like,
2 nephews, bro. One is 8 and one is fucking 12, and they're geniuses,
no,
dog.
for sure. But I also feel like all the screens that kids have at an early age kind of perpetuates certain proclivities, and I think that autism is, and what's considered the spectrum that encompasses neurodivergence is so much broader at this point. Everybody's somewhat autistic.
If he's not walking at 2, do you kick her out?
So what
even
the
though she's
fuck
dirty
does
off your
autistic then really mean then? If you mean everyone's autistic, you're my boy, but I need to disagree with you on that.
Well, I feel like autism, what it used to mean and what defined it.
We're slow.
It's like
slow.
a way broader definition. Now, I for sure.
Well,
am on
Asperger's.
this- No, I'm for
Hold on,
sure
hold on,
on
I
the
want to hear
spectrum.
Lush talk.
I'm 100% on the like autism spectrum. I know that what's defined by that,
Yeah.
and I've been told that.
Well, when
several
you were a
times.
kid, I know you were given like fucking
Yeah, of course. Like they
Ritalin
gave,
and
like
shit.
every white kid in the 80s was on Adderall.
Yeah, it was a fucking.
Well,
You guys,
Ritalin
hey,
for real,
no
like-
disrespect, you guys were guinea pigs, homie.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Straight up.
1,000%.
I don't think everyone's autistic, and neurodivergence is like
That's
not necessarily meaning you're disabled.
No,
Like,
no, but I
it
didn't
just
say
means you're
disabled.
developing in a different way.
Both
from
are
what
right.
is-
Yeah,
But
yeah.
It
but
means
neurodivergence
so.
refers to
Neurodivergent is you're neurologically developing in a way that is different from what is considered normal.
Yes,
Autism
yes.
is a diagnosable, very evident disability. Like
No.
you
Sir.
can, you
Yeah,
can
it is.
detect that in
Yes, it
the
is.
in the womb.
Disability is kind of
It's
like
a chemical imbalance,
But it's like-
basically.
He's right, bro.
Asperger's,
It's a different way you're
You're
breaking
right,
it up
homie.
because
You're right.
No, but Brendan, wait, again, in
Asperger's
Asperger's,
is on the spectrum with autism, so it's all.
Yeah,
No, I'm not Lush's
yes.
brother, just so you know. And
yeah,
it's
right.
Steve.
Look,
Lush, no, like Lush, right? Who maybe he may appear to be, like socially awkward, shit like that.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty
You still
socially-
autistic? No.
I know what you mean.
But are you right? No. Being socially awkward
That's the
on
black
things that's
homie
on that
Kevin, right.
spectrum, you can't really detect that. It's not a physical trait.
No, you can't.
No, for sure.
But what I'm telling you is,
You're right. It's not physical, so it might have nothing to do with him, his baby not walking.
in the
So
past,
that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
listen,
No,
Chrisean knows exactly what's going on with that baby.
Yeah.
It's already been tested and
Yeah.
diagnosed. They're not going to publicize it.
Yeah.
The girl was not taking care of herself while she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They probably
That's
told
a
her
fact.
before she had the baby.
Yes.
drinking,
that the
smoking,
baby
Yes,
was
bro.
everything.
All this is encompassed under the umbrella of something
And
called.
hey, let me bring up one thing. It might even be what I found out recently because I just had a daughter. Is that it's actually the male sperm is what causes miscarriage. It's not always the female.
Yeah.
So it might even been Blueface, bro.
Could have been
doing
something he was doing.
drugs,
Yeah.
whatever, and his sperm might have fucking had.
Because your
some-
sperm can
you
be
shooting
mutated.
blanks.
Facts,
Your
bro.
sperm can be
Not even
mutated.
shooting blanks, shooting fucking sperm that's gonna produce a baby that has defects, bro.
Your
A baby with defects and fucking autism, whatever the fuck it is, disabilities.
And the thing is, when a baby develops in a woman, it's protected by the womb, right? With a man, whatever we do, when you bust a nut in a girl's mouth, she says it tastes like whatever you were eating.
Yeah.
So if you're doing drugs, that can impact your sperm,
Yes.
and what it does
Facts.
is it mutates your sperm cells. You shoot that into the womb. If the sperm cell is retarded,
Perky
it don't
sperm?
matter what it is. It's gonna grow in that womb as what it was when you mutated.
Is he wrong
off the
though
perk.
for evicting her from out of his home after 72 hours if she's with the kid and she got nowhere to go?
Wait, it was
If-
72 hours?
that's how
72
that's
fucking
how
hours?
She's keeping
Yeah.
the house though. It's like
Yeah, so
Look, yeah, she's fucking
We
up.
got a video of
She got
someone
missing
else.
teeth,
Yeah,
bro.
how's
Like,
that?
no, I'm not trying to knock her, but that's foul.
Yeah, play the
You
video.
can't be raising a kid in a house that
Wait,
fucking.
let's see.
That's
Yeah.
grimy.
The CPS should come.
That's after they try to like clean up a little bit. So like they got like trash bags and shit.
Yes,
like
sir. This is Mark Echo, cousin,
This
bitch.
fool lives in a podcast studio.
Hmm?
This fool lives in a podcast studio.
Guys,
Nah, bro.
I mean, it's
It's-
bad.
it's a big crib.
Guys, it's bad, but it's not that bad. I seen niggas' house dirtier than that.
Yeah. I've
Come
seen
on
worse.
now. I seen way dirtier.
just a-
But after
It's
72
not like-
hours though, nah,
Bro,
homie, nah,
she-
come
but-
on,
bro,
bro.
Look at all them fucking
Bro.
shit bags, Target bags.
But-
That shit look grimy as fuck.
But listen, let's be realistic, because most of y'all houses is dirty anyway.
After
But what
72
I'm
hours,
saying is-
Brandon.
But listen, you don't know if it was like this when she got in there. You don't know if she's putting stuff in a pile to clean up to throw away.
True.
Nobody knows. What we do know is a lot of hating niggas who wish they was allowed to live in Blueface house. And so they're gonna make it look like something. I had this situation happen with my grandma.
So the family lied on her to move her?
No, I would, bro. Are you black? Have you been a black person for this many years? You know how we
They
do.
wanna
You
live.
know how we do. We
West
gotta
LA.
make this person look bad.
Get her out of here.
You gotta make this person look bad so
Facts.
you can justify you moving in or whatever.
Okay, but be realistic though. Is this something that you were surprised by?
No.
That she left it like that?
Oh,
I
definitely
don't even know
surprised.
she left it like that.
No,
But
I
if
can
she
see
did-
that being from her, though.
No,
I mean, like,
Bro, they probably...
but he believes she did, which is why he evicted her.
Listen, this is the reality.
Yeah.
When Blueface went to jail, someone he trusts who got access to his place, because he probably, he's entrusting stuff to people as he knows he's going to get locked up. They probably threw a crazy-ass party at his shit, fucked it up, and then locked the door and went about their business. That is more likely to be what happened than her doing something, because clearly there's...
That house is considered clean in Baltimore. Let's be honest, guys.
In Watts.
Yo.
oh shit.
That's a clean home.
It
in
ain't that
Baltimore.
Shout out to Baltimore, man.
Shut up, man. I love you, bro.
Baltimore.
That is
Listen,
not a clean
I
house.
love y'all. I love Baltimore.
If you're giving an honest thought about it, that looks more like the results of a party. That don't look like
It
a mess
does.
that one
It's not
person.
Hey, no. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
We got a video.
And here's Blueface talking about why he let her to move in.
Pocket Jonathan.
What the hell is
Hello, world.
iPhone commercial?
Yeah, someone recording a screen or something.
Chrisean, Gina, Malone. I accepted you back in with open arms so you can get on your feet. Ultimately, for my son to get on his feet. I offered you money just so you could solely focus on our son taking his first steps before his second birthday. I don't need you. I don't know what this jewelry heist ransom story you got going on is about. But if you have the funds to get your own space, you're more than free to do that. I thought I was doing you a solid. You were homeless, so I gave you.
Yeah.
Damn, he sound hurt.
For president.
No, he sounds retarded.
No,
He sound hurt.
No,
Wait.
no.
Look,
You sound really emotional.
Wait,
You
look.
sound really emotional.
response.
You sound very emotional.
Yeah.
You can't.
And like you've been up partying, bro. It sounds like you've been up
guys.
partying for like a day or two.
Wait. Press
No
play real
sleep.
quick.
Fine, everything
So
is
this is her
perfectly fine, everything is
like
perfectly
reaction to
fine.
everything going
In
on.
a Solly.
I just said so many times,
Miss
ain't
Ollie.
shit okay, ain't shit fine.
She looked
You see
drugged
how I
out.
just trying to did you see how I just trying to convince myself?
You're not supposed to take the mother of
Perfectly
your
fine,
child through
every-
this much stress, man.
Nah, I'm on
That's
fucking.
that's. I agree
I'm
with you on that, my brother.
Blueface's team.
Right, like you're not supposed to do
Fuck
that,
that.
man.
I'm on Blueface's team. This bitch is clearly out of order. You feel me? and let's be honest. Like the
A dirty crib can be cleaned up.
The media trainedness of Blueface is so admirable, despite being in the middle of his sentence, trying to better himself as a man to rejoin society. When the mother of his child is put in a position to re-enter the home that he provided for them, and then she leaves it in this state of disrepute and disarray, get her the fuck out of there. The way he those crocodile tears,
Dog,
fuck Leonardo DiCaprio. Blueface is.
I think you should send her to rehab, bro. I think you should send her to rehab. On God.
Okay.
And I'm on
Yeah.
Blueface's
You guys
team.
just played a video with zero context. We don't know when that video was made. We don't know nothing about
We
it.
know
No.
it was just
Yeah.
now.
When was it made?
It was made yesterday
Last
before
couple-
the prom. Before the prom.
The
yesterday.
day before the prom?
No, yesterday before she went to the prom. Yeah.
Okay. So this was made yesterday before streamer prom, right?
Yeah, she
well,
was
wouldn't
mad.
you be upset if you got kicked out?
Well, yeah, but she looks like she's depressed and stressed out.
She
so
doesn't look like she's on drugs because her face is too fat. She looks like she's healthy.
No, like her eyes are all red though. Like, and then, I don't
That
know,
looks
man.
like she been crying.
You right.
Yeah.
You right.
She looked fucked up.
She looked like
And
she was
that's
crying.
why I feel bad for her, right? Right?
Looked like she was drunk.
Right. Here. I'm like, bro, listen, man. Like a house that's cluttered and dirty is signs of somebody who's depressed, right? So if she's been there for 72 hours and is that fucked up, she's probably down and out.
Bro, that looked like a party happened. Maybe she threw a party or something. That mess, if you've ever cleaned up, you can tell the difference between messes. The way everything was all over the place, and it looked like it was like piled together, like pushed together. That looks like there was a party or something, or her and her homegirls came over there. They probably was opening a bunch of baby toys and packages and stuff. I saw Target bags on the floor. Dude, have you ever
McDonald's
had
was
Christmas?
also
Have you ever had Christmas?
He's feeding
it's a big mess.
But
when you're
if
done
you're
being rich.
McDonald's,
But if you're
there's
homeless,
neurotoxins.
but if you're homeless allegedly and someone lets you back in, is the first thing you're gonna do throw a party with your girls?
What I'm saying is, you don't know if the family came together to buy the baby stuff. Whatever.
That's not a family party,
my
bro.
thing is like this.
That's a turn up
There
party.
should have been only one result to this.
That's a
Clean
function.
the house up, and I'm sending somebody over there every day to make sure the house clean. If you don't do that, you got to get out.
But that's the main.
I agree.
That's the real takeaway is that she's not even responsible enough to properly have somebody come through.
But it's just like Charleston White says, African American people have no conflict resolution skills. This should have never been something that even made the internet.
It's black people's fault.
The fact that
Brandon, quote.
Listen, no.
On Juneteenth.
Goddamn, dog. On Juneteenth.
I'm just saying.
Chill on that. Chill on that.
On Juneteenth.
Listen,
Chill on that.
My thing is this. It's your baby mama. Everybody who got a baby mama know ain't nobody gonna drive you crazier than your baby mama and piss you off.
They know how to push your buttons. They know how to push your buttons.
Blueface is overreacting and everyone's celebrating like, yeah, you should, knowing they damn house dirty. Man, look, if you fucking with half of these dirty bitches, you know they house dirty. Kids walk around snotty nose and all that. It's just the pot calling the kettle black, I think, for a lot of these people.
We're not going to let your misogyny dictate this conversation. Right?
I'm defending Chrisean, who's a woman, but I'm being a misogynist.
Man, okay, let's get
That's
to
the ironic
being a
part.
misogynist against good men.
Members even more.
the super chats.
You can't be a misogynist against men.
Can somebody who knows how to read or like who can see the screen read it?
Yeah,
Brandon,
what we doing? We start from
Brandon
the
or
top.
Tay.
Okay.
From the top.
Kenny. Yeah, we gotta shout out the members.
No, we gotta go to the members, Nathan. What you doing?
Yeah, Nathan.
Members right there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nathan, you ain't a member. That's why you
707
don't
Hog,
know.
man. Welcome to No Jumpers member. Caesar is a weirdo for Will. Okay, you see, I put the emphasis on for Will.
For Will.
For Will. Eli Frias. Shout out
And then
to No
it's
Jumper,
5 and
man.
up.
Yeah, 5 and up.
Links, what's happening, man?
Okay.
White
This is the
fact.
realest chat ever.
All right, Music Maniacs. What did he say?
Music Maniacs, Brandon, American Flag, and Lush need their own politics debate show on No Jumper. Brandon is a positive influence on No Jumper. Young niggas and Edgar's Brandon best co-host
You said Eggers is fucking hilarious.
I mean, reading that and not knowing what I'm saying though is wild.
So
You know what's funny is when Lush went and kicked with the Edgars and like come to our hood.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Eggers are Brandon K
with
right
the
now. They
Eggers.
still
Man,
mad.
that's crazy.
They like, forget that fat.
All right, man, we got Cherry Truck. Josh, please fire Brandon on live. Do it for people.
You're fired.
Shout out 607.
hate is the new love, though.
Lush, Young Ant, and the mayor.
Okay.
Man, all right. Nello Vision. Bro, do y'all even have work history? It's time and a half.
Yeah, time and a half.
He talking about the
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth, how you get paid.
All right,
you.
bet that.
Thank
See
you.
hustle, $10, man.
It's hilarious, bro. Why not run for office?
Yeah.
Brandon,
I'm sorry.
why not run for office and try and make a
For
change
real.
instead of just talking on No Jumper and putting black people down and grinding and racist YouTube men,
Grinning
white
and
men?
racist
Hey, you donated $10.
He tried to hit you
Fire.
with the high power.
I
Hit
feel
me,
him.
hit me.
See
Hey,
hustle.
man.
I don't plan on living in America that much longer, so I can't.
Jody
They go
Joe.
to Iran.
Hey,
Iran.
hey, here's a good
Iran.
Hey, here's a
Iran.
good one from Jody Joe. These tethers are bootlickers.
What the fuck is a tether
Stay
anyway?
out of
Tay
FDA
and
business.
Flacco,
What
two
is it?
tethers.
What is
He's a
a
tether
tether?
as well. He's a tether
There's
as
two
well.
tethers.
He's a tether as
The
well.
fuck is
I
a
don't
tether?
even know what a tether is. Y'all got to give me my
You got black
He's
people.
Creole.
Yes,
He's
I'm
Creole.
Creole.
Yeah.
A Creole's not a tether.
Oh, okay.
A
Okay.
Creole's not a
If you were
tether.
born outside,
What's the tether?
Nah.
Yeah.
My family from
You
Louisiana. I'm
technically
Creole.
not a tether, but
I'm Native
calling you
American,
what's tether.
French,
Yeah,
and
nah,
black.
it's-
if you were
Flacco's
born
a
outside
tether.
the country,
Yeah,
Flacco's a tether.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you was
I'm-
born
I'm-
in a
I'm
Liberian
right.
shoebox like Flacco,
I
you're
might be
a
one
tether.
of them. All right, Bricks. Flacco is an athlete. He won a Theismann Trophy.
That was good, bro.
For high school football.
$4.99.
Why are you trying to get at the dog like that?
He won the
Hey,
Theismann.
that's
Hey, when I
The
read it, I
Theismann
thought
is
he
funny.
meant-
Hey, I got big thighs too.
Objectively.
Theismann, man.
Theismann.
Brandon, take Flacco to Venice. I'm sorry. Sketcher said, Brandon, take Flacco to Venice to play ball, then get him a marathon on
I think he meant
burger.
a marathon burger.
He
Yeah,
clearly
a
did,
marathon burger. I know he want one. All right. Cool.
Young Baby's a member again. Thank you.
Another motherfucker talking shit on Lush. It's like
Members only. All right.
by the thousands.
Hey, I'm black and I'm offended by lush. Pinche means what? So Nellovision, let me reiterate this because it's so ironic that you made this comment. Pinche.
Wait,
means, hold on.
My boy,
Hold on.
man.
Can I speak Spanish?
Sure,
So,
sure.
like-
So as I speaking of Spanish,
So
But they did call him out. Let him speak because they called him out.
Pinche,
No,
means-
no, no,
think
no,
I-
wait,
okay.
wait,
Let
wait.
him- let him
Wait,
rock.
Let
Yeah.
him say what he thinks.
Yeah.
And then you
Yes,
confirm whether it's
There we
true or
go.
not.
There we go.
Pinche means stupid.
No.
Okay.
I heard you say that earlier, but like I was trying to. No, bro, because when someone says like, for example, look at if someone's speaking Spanish, they'll be like, look at this pinche way.
Fuck,
that doesn't
fucking,
mean
right? It means like you,
it means like fuck. Look at this fucking way.
Exactly. It means fucking.
It means
like you fucking asshole.
Yeah,
You pinche.
it doesn't necessarily mean stupid, but yeah.
Hold on, bro.
Estupido means stupid.
So you got somebody really from the community and you gonna search it up on Google?
Hey.
I know homeboy said what he's saying, bro, because I'm part Mexican.
Speak proper Spanish, so we
What is that right there?
It's all good. It's all good. But I know what you're saying is right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you pulled it up.
It means fucking, bro.
Okay. Fucking, but like it means like stupid, bro.
No, it doesn't.
All right, man.
Hey, it's all good, Lush. It's all good, Lush.
It means fuck. It means fucking or cheap.
So let me like contextualize this further. So if like I do something like dumb, right, or I make a mistake, you're like, pinche lush way. You feel?
Yeah, that means like fucking lush, like
right,
fucking lush.
But there's a connotation of it being like a mistake that you made. You did something wrong. You did.
But it doesn't mean stupid.
Okay.
Can I? Since we're doing linguistics, right? Let me correct something that 607 Unc said that Aunt Hefe for some reason agree with. The word nigger does not come from.
Yeah, he's completely wrong about
it. Does not come from no damn.
That was crazy.
It does not come from no damn tribe in Africa.
Yeah.
The word
We're talking about Naga, I think.
Say it again, bro.
The word they're talking about is negus. Negus is an Ethiopian.
Yes.
Hey, what mic?
Let me
We teaching right now, y'all. We teaching right now. Okay, so that doesn't come from Africa. The word nigger comes from negre, which is a Spanish word that means black.
Yeah, you're right.
And the Spanish were the ones to first use the word negre, and then it was obviously transliterated into N-I-G-G-E-R. Now, the word that 607 might have been referring to is negus, which is an Ethiopian word for ruler. That is not where the term nigger came from. I just had to correct that because y'all be up here letting tell y'all some pseudo historical crap.
I knew it was wrong.
It's
I told
like
him it was
making
wrong
us look bad, bro.
Have they sat with each other yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, y'all gotta have one-on-one debates. Y'all gotta have a one-on-one debate.
There's no debate possible.
So void to fill.
Go ahead. You guys seen Flacco's face expression since Brandon was confirmed he was right by Josh in the beginning of the pod. Flacco cannot stand Brandon low key.
I love
the animosity is growing.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Yo, bro, wait, right?
Completely agree.
Wait, bro, like, I guess like their like goal is they think like if they say somebody and hate somebody enough times that they'll finally hate them is not working.
That's not happening.
They don't hate each other, y'all.
Last night when I got fired, the first person who called me was like, "You gonna have your ass at work tomorrow?" Was Flacco.
What is the wedge that they tried to put in between?
Is.
Like, what's like the origins of the wedge between?
There's no wedge, man.
I know. No, but there's an attempt.
No,
Flacco is
conflict, man.
Thick thighs hate lies.
No, listen, bro. Is they feed off conflict, right? So now that is they feed off conflict. So now that suspect conflict is out, now they're bored. Now they want some new conflict.
Yeah,
but I'm not Brandon to beef with.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm not tap dancing for like white folks, man.
Versus Unc is the clear,
607 Unc is already. We already beat.
That's a clear beat.
That's fire. I gotta be like an orchestrator of that too. I gotta.
Yeah, no. I think we all just.
Let's hear it.
Hey, look. Have you guys ever seen Star Wars?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know the whole relationship between the Sith and all that,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
The Sith, you can never know the Sith Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's me and Flacco relationship.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
That's our relationship. Like
JJ,
the shadowy figure.
Is it kind of like, is he like a demented old
Hey, look, they go to Sith Lord right there.
That's the Sith Lord.
Flacco's my Sith Lord.
Why he walk up like that?
I don't know. What's y'all talking about? Because I never watched whatever it is.
He just emerged. You didn't even watch
Hey,
it.
bro, just literally hovered in the room.
With the hood, bro.
Yeah, hood up.
Man, JJ 102 125.
Yeah, let's go.
Josh really needs to stop hating on Flacco because he's able to branch off and do his own thing.
Josh,
things he can't.
Josh wasn't here.
Well,
all day.
So what they're referring to is you calling in to say
he wrote it JOSOH with a fucking reason.
No, Nathan told us.
Yeah,
that somebody said to do the intros, right?
I said that 5 minutes in. You guys kept talking.
Oh, okay.
We did that on purpose. I did that on purpose.
And be real, you perpetuating this lie that you're the most athletic person in this office looks bad on all of us here in the office.
Yeah, can you explain the bossa nova thing that
y'all
he completely mischaracterized?
Y'all told me beforehand I stood no chance.
And no one stopped him. You guys just let him ramble with the bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah. Y'all told me beforehand I stood no chance. This nigga was amazing.
Nobody said that.
Oh my God.
Nobody said that.
But y'all had us even stand each other and jump so they could see. You see how like far
You
above
have
us reach other you are?
200 pounds on Boston.
Yeah, no, literally, like, no.
And what you left out of this also is that you took 3 timeouts in this 11.
2 timeouts, not 3.
Oh, God.
Two.
I didn't say that.
What?
Yeah,
2 timeouts? What you mean?
And all he did was backing down all the way, shoot, miss,
But the
shoot,
footage shows
miss,
it hit
Josh,
threes, though.
Josh, did
But
I
you
not
wasn't
say
missing
that?
though with the back down,
Brandon,
bro.
you were
wasn't
spitting
missing.
earlier. You called the
No, I was
bubble,
missing. Nah, back
asterisk
down.
championship. I was agreeing with everything Brandon
Nah,
was saying
but here's the
earlier
thing, though. To be fair, it wasn't like, oh, we got the sauciest baller to put it.
Y'all
on. We have the smallest dude in the offense.
Yes, literally.
First of all,
person.
Josh is going to agree with the asterisk because Josh hates the
Where are you
Lakers.
from?
Josh is a Celtics fan, 100%.
No, wait. What state?
Let's let that be known.
North Dakota.
North Dakota don't got junior colleges.
What?
North Dakota doesn't have junior colleges.
No, not me.
No, but listen.
Paso.
No, wait.
Okay.
This is the
But you're
nuance.
saying he would for sure
No,
be
listen.
playing JUCO
No,
ball.
listen.
I agree. You
No,
probably would.
Lush,
So would I.
listen. We have the same problem with Florida dudes I play football with. Because they don't have junior colleges, they think when you say someone plays junior college sports, that means they're an
That you're a
accomplished
joint.
sportsman.
That you're
They
somebody.
think you're athletic. They don't realize junior college sports is like, there are high school teams that'll beat the dog shit out of junior college teams.
Well, bro, like,
So that's not a big accolade.
But that's the organized, though, right?
it's a little different in California.
yeah,
know
but you
that.
get the sorriest dudes who barely could play on their team in high school.
Bro,
Here's the game. Here's the game, by the way.
Bro, listen, bro. It's the worst quarterback ever.
Me and Flacco
Again.
Me and Flacco lined up 3 times, and 3
I
times
burnt him all 3 times with a bad quarterback.
he did not get the ball once.
I burnt him all 3 times
Let's see.
with a bad quarterback.
Let's hit the video.
Let's watch all three. Let's see.
Roll
Let's
footage.
see.
Roll the footage.
Prove it.
I look great.
Wait,
crazy.
no, play the full video. This is a short.
Flacco, just your
He
thighs
wants
hit
the
each
full
other.
video.
All 3 times, bro. Bro, I said nigga. Bro, throw it ahead of me, nigga. Not.
I'm gonna at least wear
He's
shorts
lying.
next time.
Bro, I had him burnt.
Because I just did that all barefoot.
Oh, you were skinny.
Oh, yeah, let's do this.
I got best ever told him.
That's the guy that you played, by the way. The other day,
Listen up, man.
His ass drop,
The little dude with the afro?
No,
Oh, my God.
That's Bell.
Look.
But he did win.
I also
Look
did
at
this
this
in
man.
Wait, not Bell. Who he play?
A win is a win.
That guy right there sitting down.
Nah, this is regular. This is like
Josh used to be.
Can we fast forward to the actual game? Oh yeah, no left, yeah.
The most replayed.
Left. No. Play like all 3 throws. And, watch me burn him every time, and watch the bad quarterback skills. Okay?
Josh, come on.
You quarterback, man.
We're gonna look and see if you got burned.
Pick it off. Look, watch the back.
People look at who got burned.
Cracks on here?
Look.
Got cracks on?
Y'all over there blessing the
Throw
ball.
it right here. Huh?
They blessing the ball with the play.
I told him, bro, put it in my fucking arm right here.
glass right there.
Y'all never hear it.
My bad. Come on.
Oh, fire them, cuz.
No, come on.
What's up?
Hey, y'all
I
get
saw
the
that. You
point?
got that? I flamed
Watch,
the beat.
it's coming up.
Why you got a jacket on those kind of
Yeah, it's coming up.
This is the most athletic he is in the whole video right here.
Nah, your legs is way smaller.
All right.
It's
You guys got your play down?
Come on, bro.
You said you burnt somebody.
Why you didn't catch the ball?
Okay, stop it. Wait a minute. Wait.
You didn't catch the ball.
Beat him off the rock.
Flacco. Wait a minute. The ball hit you in the hand.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Yes.
Did you touch it?
Look, watch it. It's a bad
You
quarterback
were scared to catch
No,
it.
let me see.
Look, watch it.
You should have had that.
Hey, behind me.
That ball was catchable.
Nah, I didn't judge that. That's open one. Let's go to the next one. Go to the next one. Go to the next one.
You pushed him. Listen.
Bell's no threat to Tom Brady.
Hold on, yo.
Look, watch this. Come on, bro.
Oh, no, you were supposed to catch that. You were supposed to catch that. No, there's no reason you didn't catch that. Hey, rewind that. Look. Yeah, you got him, but you fucking dropped it. Bro got butted. Hey, bro, you dropped it. Bro, that was a good pass.
Josh, play this
Listen, as probably the most accomplished football player in this room, let me tell you this.
I had to come back to get it.
Flacco,
you suck.
The rule for a receiver is if it touches your hands, you're supposed to catch it. There was no way for him to lead you because there was a little divider in the
No, nigga, leave me, nigga.
It was a jump ball. From the moment you took off, you knew that was going to be a jump ball.
He burnt.
Nah, that's 0 and 2, Block.
Leave me, bro.
Block, that's 0 and 2, bro.
He burnt. Leave me, man.
That's 0 and 2.
Nah,
You had 2 catchable balls.
no. He burnt. Leave me, bro.
All right, let me see the next one.
He burnt. Leave me.
Catchable balls.
He burnt.
Hey, bro, I'm crying though.
Josh is not responsible for either one of those passes.
No, Flacco dropped that himself. Flacco had it.
That second one, Josh played good defense. He knocked it out.
Nah. Josh got it right when he hit the dead.
Josh knocked it out. That's good corner.
All right, let's see the next one. Let's see the next one.
You should have caught that. You should have jumped. You should have jumped.
We on concrete. Leave me, nigga.
You agreed to play there.
You agreed to leave me, bro.
And you guys are fake. That's 100 degrees in that.
Bro, horrible quarterback skills. Give me a good quarterback,
You ain't beat
nigga.
me at nothing, Flacco.
Wait, it's their athleticism right here. Ready? You're 0 for 3.
You said you burned
Nigga, throw the ball. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Flacco.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. I was over
Most athletic in the office.
Hey, I was open 2 times in a row. I didn't get the ball. Come on, bro.
Flacco, you suck.
Hey, how much you get paid to do that?
You fell like
Get him, bro. You watch? Well,
That's not good.
nigga, look at the floor, nigga.
Damn.
Look at the floor, though.
You're on it. You're on it. We're looking at it.
There's leafy particles on the floor.
Bro, you roll face first.
Pause what? You're on the ground.
Hey, Josh, go to 3. Go to 3. Wait, let it play a little bit.
Look at the floor.
Pause it at 341. Pause it at 341.
Look at the floor.
Wait, no, watch it.
Look. Come on, bro.
Right there, go to 339. Go to
Particles
339.
all on the floor, nigga.
339. So you
Deion
can see the
Sanders
bubble
guarding
on
you,
Flacco's
dog.
ankle.
I had him beat the whole
Look,
time.
right there. Look.
We need that on a t-shirt.
Look at his ankle.
That's who you had him beat. That's who you had him beat.
It's brown particles. No, rewind real quick. Rewind.
It was at that.
Look.
This shit is hilarious, bro.
Oh, he stole it.
Right there. You got him beat right there.
Josh, you should have left it frozen at that, bro. Justified. Flacco,
Throw the ball, you beat.
Justified.
He should have thrown the ball then.
Come on, bro.
Why did they throw the ball right there?
Wait.
Yeah, to be fair.
Guys, radio, listen. Flacco,
quarterback.
tell us what was running through your mind at that moment.
That's what I want to know.
Guys, Flacco, tell us what was running through your mind at that moment.
That moment right there.
Look at the floor. There's brown particles all on the floor.
Like
I'm sorry.
But you're not standing on any of them.
I'm barefoot.
You're not standing on them.
I'm barefoot.
Look at his hand. Look at his hand.
There's brown slippery particles on the floor.
Brown particles.
Hey, to be fair, if he would have threw that ball right, he would have caught that with one
Come
hand.
on, bro.
No, but Bell should have.
Look at his hand. Reggie, that motherfucker was live.
Yeah.
Bell should have thrown it right there.
Flacco was on.
Come on, bro. You see right there, though? Leave me, right?
The brown particles didn't stop.
Hey, you supposed to catch that
Offended,
one.
it's like Dumb and Dumber though, low key.
Listen,
Hey,
bro.
nah, hold
I ain't
on.
never seen Michael Vick.
Flacco is the dude who says, "Oh, look, there was a blade of grass on the football field."
Hey, go back to the one where he fell.
You tripped
Facts.
on the blade
Go where
of
he
grass.
I ain't
fell.
never seen Michael Vick throw the
Look at look at it.
a 50-50 ball when he has the ball beat.
Flacco, if you look at the median, if you look at the divider, there's no way he can lead you. There's a tree right there. Flacco.
He threw it before he fell. He said, "Hey," he said, "Throw it."
Come on, bro.
He did.
Come on,
He waited till you were falling to throw
Listen,
it.
bro.
Bell is no threat to Tom Brady's legacy.
He's throwing the ball to your outside shoulder. You do not have the speed to beat Josh off the takeoff.
You're open
The ball
twice.
is going to the outside
I don't think this shit
shoulder.
ever gonna get old, bro.
And all 3 times the quarterback sold me.
0 for 3.
Flacco.
You give me a
Hey, you
capable
gotta do
quarterback,
an
I'm
album
catching
cover
the
like
ball
that.
every time.
Flacco, if
Four,
you jump in
three.
the air with
He could have had a
Josh,
better quarterback.
based sheerly on your size,
Why am I jumping in the air though?
Balls against Josh.
Why am I jumping in the air on that play when I'm wide open, nigga? Leave me so I can catch the ball.
This is a red zone play.
I'm D-Jack, nigga.
This is the same dude that needed 3 timeouts in a game.
To be fair, this is a red zone play.
To be fair,
this is a red zone play, and Flacco wants you to throw the ball 70 yards down the field.
No, to be fair, that O-line was putting Bell under a lot of pressure. You feel me?
Nigga, the D-line.
I'm sorry, the D-line.
Come on, bro.
The D-line was putting a lot of pressure on Bell.
Listen up, bro.
Those Nigerian ankles failed you again.
You ain't never seen Nick Foles or Mike Vick throw D-Jack a ball where he's wide open. It's an out route, nigga. It's a go. A 50-50 on a go that he's obviously
You should have caught that.
Come on, bro.
Wait, right here.
What route were you running? Name the route you ran. Huh?
Hey, look,
Wait.
Listen, it's a bunch of skin cells right there in that compact parking lot.
If you're bringing up you're bringing up routes. Tell us what route you're running.
No, not this route right here. Right, this right here. That was a 5-yard split. I'm at the end of the split.
All right, look, right there. Right there. Hold on, play. Right here, look.
Throw the ball.
Yeah, you should have thrown it right there. No,
He did it. So you went back.
Why did you back? So
And then he didn't throw it.
Okay, so no.
It's a broken route because our quarterback ain't do what I told him to do.
Hey, you see his face? Hey, he said
Everyone knows.
Throw the ball, nigga. Throw the ball.
If you ever play football, when you run
Flacco did say throw the ball, though, bro.
Yeah, he should have thrown it.
No, but when you run that route, if the play gets broken, you're supposed to come back to the quarterback.
Not go deeper?
No.
Not go deeper?
No,
like
you come.
did?
Josh, what are you supposed to do?
It's 1v1.
You come back to the quarterback. He would have been able to throw to bam.
But I would have tried to break
away, bro. Like, it feels like.
Hey, he tried to break. He tried to break Josh.
Hey, play that play one more time.
But all 3
go
times.
slow. Play it slow again.
Play it slow. Right there.
No, one more.
Come on.
Stop it right there. Stop it. At that point, Flacco.
Now I'm wide open by slip.
Look,
No,
you
Vell's
you weren't open.
Vell's
You weren't
pitching like Johnny Manziel right there.
You should have listen. You should have blocked. You should have cut Josh off with your body and came back to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, bro.
You should have.
Hold on, Josh. Please rewind it. Please, Josh. Rewind it. Hold on. Rewind it, Josh. Rewind it. Keep going. One more time. Hold on. Stop right here. Stop. Hold on. Now look at this next play. Look at Flacco's face. He's saying throw the ball. Press play. Watch. Press play. Press play. Watch this. Look. Throw the ball. Look. Look right there. Stop. He gave up right there.
Bro.
Yeah.
He said, all right, I got to get open again.
Bro, I had him beat all 3 times. But
Then the shoes gave
get
up.
throw for shit.
0-for-3.
He can't throw him. Feel me? Hey, listen though.
The tape don't lie.
I
0-for-3.
proved it all that niggas can't guard me.
Hey,
Nah.
you didn't catch the ball.
You gotta catch the ball for
Josh
that.
is not playing
open all 3
shutdown
times, right?
defense. He beat you.
All right, let's play this back. Let's go ahead. Let's let that run.
Dude, this is
Yeah, man. We have to go. It's 250, man.
This is where it went bad right here.
That should be the logo of no
Loki, you see, Josh almost slipped and he kept his composure right there.
Bro, I'm on brown particles.
Look, Josh almost slipped right there.
Man,
And he's
shout
like,
out
nah,
to
fuck that.
My question
Hey, Flacco making
Shout out to the news, man. We got the real news right now.
Flacco making Josh look like Deion Sanders, bro. What the fuck, dog? Literally.
But the basketball clip, though. Cooking niggas.
Right there.
Oh, look.
He moving.
He almost look.
Prime
He got
time.
it right there. Then you stop. You go for it. Then he goes, say, throw the ball. Look.
But why is he?
Why you not throwing the ball? Why you not throwing the ball? Throw the ball.
He should have thrown the ball. We know that.
Come on, right? You see that, right?
Bell.
Hey, you did that.
No, for sure.
He didn't catch the ball.
Bell
though.
set black quarterbacks back decades.
All 3 times, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Flacco. If your goal is to catch a ball, it's counterproductive to go further away from the ball. You should have just ran straight at him and bam. That was completion.
No, again.
Trying to get the most yards.
This one. You caught
you should have caught that.
You caught that. You caught that.
Bro, I had him completely burnt. It wasn't even close.
On the one catch
Why
where
am I in a 50-50 in this situation?
you didn't have him burnt.
But you gotta catch the ball.
The ball was
Why
Hey,
am I
man.
in a 50-50?
You're not playing tag. You're playing football.
We gotta do a poll. We'll leave it to the
A
poll.
quarterback from Long Beach or Crenshaw and do this again? It's not even close with a real quarterback, bro.
Look, he said,
This is
hey, you see
80
his
pounds
hand?
ago, and you were 80 pounds more. This is not even.
You're out of your mind. I'm not 80 pounds.
80 pounds heavier than you are, Nick?
No, hell no.
80 pounds is like.
Man, shout out to the news, man. We did that.
It's a bit drastic.
But hey, listen, man, folks, man. Look, and that was my old car right there.
That is your.
That was the Chevy Malibu 2011 right there, man.
Sad sight to see right there.
The windowless
Malibu. Back window.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Look at him
Shout
now.
out to
He's
the
coming
news.
Benzo now.
Man, folks, y'all
We
like
did that. We giving y'all everything.
Oh, what? Today we hit 4,000. That's good.
Oh, that's very good.
You guys just
Especially,
noticing that? That's what I've been looking at on my phone.
Let us know if you were feeling the homie Kenny Malice. I feel like he had a really good first appearance.
Kenny was greand
And my boy Deck One from Ghetto Fresh. You feel me? West LA.
Listen, but shout out to the news because we got this first and foremost. Like, we needed this footage.
We needed this.
Yeah, we're going to do a no jumper sign. We need somebody to do an NBA sign, but it's going to say no jumper.
This show. What is? This is No Jumper Show. Isn't the one on Tuesday called No Jumper Show?
No, we have.
Is this B? Is this B team?
Hey, we have 2 days and Thursdays.
We need an NJB NBA sign of
our
Flock
squad
on the floor.
doesn't have its own name. Our squad doesn't have its own name. It's just No Jumper Show.
I mean, we could talk about
No,
that
okay. The Joe Budden, like.
I like that.
Here, right. Like the Joe Budden podcast has
Hey, fuck Joe Budden.
Has a Monday.
You just always trying to imitate somebody. Be original.
No.
More than any rapper in history.
No.
Shouts to Joey, man.
No.
Screw Joe Budden.
No.
And
I'm saying
and
the
screw that.
concept is not-
Wait, listen.
before Joe Budden, there's somebody else who did it.
Wait a minute.
What?
Listen. Screw Joe Budden. Let me look. Where's the camera, Josh? Where's the camera? Okay. Listen, Mark Lamont Hill. I debated you once and cooked your ass. Come over here. We can do it like this. You come over here one time, I cook your ass. I come over there one time and cook your ass. I want the debate smoke because men cannot have children. Mark Lamont. You know we've done battle before. And I had
Wait,
you
he
stuck.
said that like the movie Junior with Schwarzenegger was real. And
He going crazy.
He said men can have children when he sat on his interview with Candace Owens. Then when me and him then when he invited me to his debate, I asked him, "You really believe men can have children?" And he didn't answer, and then he just dropped me down off the thing after inviting me to his show.
He put you back in the gulag?
He just dropped me. Yeah, he dropped me down. Invited me, and then when he couldn't answer those tough questions, he dropped me down. I want the smoke.
That's a big, high-powered intellectual debate.
He's a professor out of college, and I'll still cook his ass.
Hey, but listen, you cannot deny the smoke. Do not deny the smoke.
Yeah, come on. We have a mutual mediator. I mean, a neutral mediator. Just come through, bro. Because you're a college professor, Temple University. I will cook you, bro. I will cook you on all social issues. Every last one.
Wait.
And I bought your book. And it's trash. I bought it, read it, and threw it in the trash.
And Queens flip. I'm calling you out on all social issues. No, I'm just playing.
All right, you might be biting off more than you can chew.
God damn. What? Damn. Hey, look.
Flip is my dog, bro.
Who you calling out, Flacco? Who you calling out?
Nobody.
Me neither. I ain't got nobody to call out.
No,
Mark Lamont Hill knows who his daddy is.
No, bro. I like offered Joe like $10K for consultation.
What do you say?
That he don't want to help no jumper niggas.
Well, that's because we coming.
Huh?
Joe?
Yeah.
All right, well, look, repeat this, Joe. Don't start knocking on doors when we close them.
Like how to run like the Patreon game, right? Like how
you just wanted some information.
Yeah, you feel me?
And bro really turned that down.
And he's the head, and he's like the president of Patreon thing. He's like he has like a creative director role. Patreon.
Hey, Joe Budden.
Nah, that ain't no W, bro. That's an L. You just know.
Isn't that where
no?
What you call this?
No.
Eminem.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but what about what Pookie? What's his name?
Who?
To do with Clarissa Shields.
Oh, Papoose?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's at Soundhouse now.
Slaughterhouse, you mean?
What is it called?
There's a group Slaughterhouse with.
No. I thought you meant Soundhouse. Some other companies working with.
Yeah. Joe Budden. Well, fucking.
Hey, nah, I ain't gonna hold
He
you.
got dropped from
All
Slaughterhouse.
right, man.
Okay.
That was the news. Love y'all.
Like, comment, subscribe.